talk them all, leaving it to play low. Coming at you weekly when they species legit. Come and hit their best bets when they emptying the clip high. And never trip, they coming like a loaded gun. With a sickle parlay, with a eyes like 10 to 1. It's every show, every quote that you hear is what they wrote. They gon' stand on it when they know they plays and count some bands on it. It's MMA, if you got a problem, put your mans on it. Step up to the octagon and show me how you coming. They ain't listen, now they coming. This where you want pussy bet. It's BigJive MMA Show. Watch where they gon' take it next. Get live, it's the BigJive.
BigJive MMA Show coming back at you. Back on Wednesday. Last week was Thursday because of some power outages. This is our time slot. What's up, chat? Chat's already here. I see Dixon Siders in the chat. Hey, Jive made it. And I gotta be honest with you, hey, Jive, I like this card better than I like last week's card. I think this card's got some bangers on it. I really do.
As far as like entertainment, or
as far as just the fights that I like, right? Like obviously I was excited to see Islam and Gary. Mackenzie Dern Robertson, not so much, but you know, whatever. But last week I thought was an incredible card, a lot of finishes. But this week on paper, with the fights that I like, I think I like it better.
Interesting. I think they're good fights.
Yeah, Sacktown is getting a good one here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see how any of these could be boring. You know,
I used to have a Kings jersey too.
So did I.
I had a Kings jersey. Huh? Who'd you have? Chris Webber?
Chris Webber.
I had white chocolate. I had Jason Williams. It's obviously way too small for me now, but that'd be cool if I still had it. Rocking it because I'm rocking it in the picture. Let's go.
I might still have mine. I should have looked. Because
yeah, I love jerseys. I got a Dennis Rodman on the Spurs. And then I had a Scottie Pippen Chicago, and I washed it one time, and everything fell off of it. And I tried to get a discount. Literally washed it. I got in the mail and I washed it, and everything fell off. And it was Mitchell and Ness too, like a really good company. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I took pictures. I sent it to him. They're like, yeah, there's nothing we can do. What do you mean?
Yeah, I got all mine off AliExpress when I was in school.
Yeah,
and so you'd have to wait like 6 months to get it. You would like buy it and then just like hope it showed up at the door.
Golly, I had buddies send me stuff because we did this thing when we lived in I lived with like 9 of my buddies in college. I wasn't in college, but they were. But it was college years. And we did like every Saturday or every other Saturday, forget what it was, but we wore jerseys for parties. Yeah. And if you were a dude and you showed up in some kind of jersey, because we got kegs, you got the keg, you got to get on the keg for free. And so we were like, I didn't want to repeat jerseys like some schmo. And I remember getting sent a couple links to some of those websites. And I remember ordering a few and they never showed up.
Yeah.
Like Donovan, I remember really excited getting a Donovan McNabb from the Redskins jersey. And yeah, it never showed up.
Dude, I remember DHgate was another place you could buy them. I remember being so hyped about buying a LSU Odell Beckham jersey.
Sure.
And it took literally like 6 months for it to show up. I open it up. I realized that I ordered a kid's medium instead of an adult medium. And I was like, well, fuck, I can't even wear it. I waited 6 months for this shit. It was only like $30. And I was trying to save a penny. You know, I'm in high school. I'm making $7 an hour.
Sure.
I'm like, dude, I it showed up. And then I'm like, dude, I can't buy another one because it's gonna take another 6 months. So yeah, that was the good old days. You know, you look forward to your $30 jersey from AliExpress.
Especially how long it took and then it not being.
Yeah, how long it took us. Yeah, rough. But yeah, we got a Sacramento card. I don't remember the last time UFC was in Sacramento, but
they go there quite more than they for not a huge city, Sacramento. They go there quite a bit. I mean, they go there a hell of a lot more than they go to Columbus and fucking Cincinnati. That's for sure. But you know, they got a lot of MMA in Sacramento. I mean, I believe that's where Fluffy's from. He's from up there. Am I wrong about that? I mean,
July 13th, 2019. You know who the main event was?
Was it Uriah Faber?
No. It was Jermaine Durandamain and Aspen Ladd.
Was that the one that Faber was on though, where he knocked out Ricky Simone?
Likely yes. Let me look it up.
Because Faber was on one. I thought they went to Sacramento more recently than that.
No, definitely not before, or not definitely not after COVID.
I could have swore, man. What am I thinking? Yeah, if he's from Duggingen, California, that's where Fluffy is. I mean, up in that, I don't even know if people consider Sacramento the Bay Area, but it's Northern California. Fluffy hates Sacramento. There you go. Okay, he hates Sacramento. Then why is he making money?
Faber and Simone were the co-man.
Yeah, I remember Faber knocking out Simone. That was
nuts.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall was also on that card, won a decision against Darren Elkins.
They showed Ryan Hall on the honestly, camera.
This card was abysmal.
Yeah.
Abysmal. I guess Josh Emmett's KO against Mirsad Bektic was probably the only other good fight. Other than that, I mean, we got Mike Rodrigues and John Alon, no contest. Marvin Vettori, decision win over Cesar Fajeda. Carl Roberson, split decision win over Wellington Turman. Andre Fili, round 1 KO against Shayman Moraes. Juliana Pena, decision win against Nico Montano. Ryan Hall, decision win over Darren Elkins. Jonathan Martinez, round 3 KO against Ping Yuan Liu.
Hell yeah, dude. Ping Yuan Liu.
Brianna Fortino, decision win against Lavinia Souza. And a Benito Lopez decision win over Vince Morales. That card was brutal, man. That card was brutal.
Yeah, but all they cared about was Faber winning, bub.
Yeah.
One knocking out old goddamn Fluffy Hernandez.
All right. Well, we got a middleweight bout in the main event. We're going to break down the entire card. We'll give you an additional segment at the end of the show. So we got
the chat wanted. Chat wanted it.
We got the empty the clip segment, and then we're going to introduce the dog of the week segment. And then, of course, the 3-punch parlay, the sicko parlay, 10-1 odds or higher on that long shot. Appreciate y'all for being here with us. Should we talk a little bit about last card? And
sure.
Let's talk about Contender Series last night. Did you
Unreal.
watch?
Amazing. Yes.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. Every fight was great.
BP?
Yeah.
I made some awful bets last night.
Okay. My boy Mitch Zuck did too. He's a sharp guy. I think he had a reverse sweep last night.
Yeah, I think I did, although I only went down like a little over a unit, which honestly felt like kind of a win because I think picks-wise, like on my Contender Series breakdown, my picks, I guess I went 2 and 3. But what I've been doing lately, BP, I get very stressed when I watch fights, right? Because I got a lot of money tied into these fights. I got a lot of, social cred at stake, right? Like I give out my opinions on here, on CBS, on Instagram. A lot of stress goes into these fights. So I've been starting to take just a little edible.
Oh, okay.
Just a little. And it just takes my stress away.
Okay.
I can kind of just sit there and enjoy it. Like I'm not baked, but like I can enjoy it. And honestly, when I watch fights, when I'm a little bit high, I get like a different perspective. I do. It's weird. I get a different perspective because when Muhammad Ali fought Alec Lorenz and I had Muhammad Ali tied into a parlay with Douglas Rodrigues. This parlay I made, by the way, on Saturday before the UFC 330 card, because that's when I did my Contender Series research. I put it in because I was like, these seem like setup fights. I think they're way better than their opponent. I don't think their opponents are good. I don't think Lorenz is good. I don't think Trent Miller's good. But when I'm sitting there a little bit, off the edible, and I see the way that Muhammad Ali is moving in there, and he opens up with the slowest spinning back elbow I've ever seen, I went, I have made a major mistake. A major, major mistake. Because then I'm thinking, this guy's supposed to be a grappler, but he's never grappled in an MMA fight. Why would I trust him to grapple? And then I'm thinking, well, I also think he could KO Lorenz, but I'm going to trust a jiu-jitsu guy to go out there and land a knockout? Like, what am I doing? I guess I had a big epiphany. I'm just like, I've messed it up in a major way. That was one of the worst bets I've made in my life. I mean, I guess I didn't cap fight IQ. I didn't cap a lot of stuff.
Sure.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to start watching like doing tape like a little bit high.
Okay.
Maybe
whatever works for you.
I don't know, but it just what would you call it? Realization, like the epiphany that I had was just like, wow, that was like, and he hadn't even gotten knocked out yet. Sure. It was literally like just the start of the fight. Yeah. And I was just like, whoa, we are really not doing good here. Like, this is not going to play out well.
Right.
He's about to get KO'd. Like he just doesn't look good. Yeah, it was interesting. But hell of some fights, man.
Great. Yeah. Christian Perez really impressed me. I think he'll be a stud. Trent Miller, all the winners got contract, and then Tremblay got a contract. Both those guys, Porga and Tremblay, deserved it. Lorenz probably won't win a UFC fight. Trent Miller definitely won't win a UFC fight. I think Perez is very good. Khalid Brito, huge underdog. I thought Fazza he fought at the MVB card. He's got a lot of hype around him. He obviously was taunting. He looked good. Brito awkward as fuck, and then just landed one of the best right hands you're ever gonna see.
That was
that right hand so hard, and it connected so flush. And shout out Brito. I mean, he was slowing down. He's getting pieced up, never quit. He's getting taunted at. And he's just still throwing his weird spinning elbows and spinning back fists, and then just unleashed a right hand. And I was shocked because I thought Fazil I thought this guy was a lock to win. I thought they were kind of giving him a layup here when Brito to get him in the UFC, and he gets absolutely knocked out, which is crazy. What a just insane event all around. It was, Contender Series is the best. I had people texting me who don't ever watch the Contender Series as much, or not huge MMA fans. And they're like, dude, are you watching Contender Series? This is nuts. Is this on every Tuesday? You got to explain to them, no, it's only kind of a summer thing, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it's a really fun night last night.
Yeah, it was nuts. And I thought, I wasn't that confident in Fazil, but I thought I thought he would never get knocked out, honestly.
No.
Because he has a huge head.
Yeah.
He has pretty good defense. Like he keeps a high guard.
Yeah.
And I've seen him take shots before, and he just doesn't really get phased. And if you would have told me that fight ended in the third round by KO, you're setting the line for Fazil at minus 500.
Right.
You're not, nobody that watched film or broke down the fight thought if this fight ends in round 3 by KO, that Kike Brito would be the guy to get it done.
Right.
But nobody's surviving that right hand. He just, everything he had into it caught him perfectly in the right spot to where it could kind of snap his neck a little bit.
Yep.
And he went out. That was insane KO. The Miller upset was nuts just because I think Miller is absolute dog shit. But
he's so muscular and stiff and he got a fucking Von Flue choke of all things. It's wild.
Dude, as soon as he got that takedown in round 1, I live bet him at plus 200 something. Mm-hmm. I'm because I knew Rodrigues has no ground game.
Right.
And when he went close guard, I'm like, dude, it might be over. He had a no ground game. And Trent Miller got it done. Perez nasty KO, 6 scrap. Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, Perez showed a lot because Perez fought a real, I wouldn't say Logan Paxton's a elite fighter or anything means like that. Maybe not even he might be fringe UFC level, but he's a tough out. He's a big, thick dude for the division, good wrestler. And Perez handled him well and finished him. And that really impressed me that Perez can go to the UFC now, especially being from Mexico when Mexican fighters typically lack some good wrestling. He can show, I can fight a wrestler, I can fight guys and still put them out, still be fucking dangerous. That's a dangerous dude right there. Just keep getting better too. 16 or 15-2. Was that what he is? Yeah, 15-2. 27 years old. Yeah, he's someone to watch for sure.
Yeah, it was nuts. 330 was also a pretty solid card, except for the main event. But the co-main event, VP's Empty the Clip came through with these, as expected.
Tell them to bring me my money. My most confident bet. Didn't have a great night at the books. I did have Dern money line, and then separately I had Dern by finish. I had her by submission, actually, not just finish. Obviously, she didn't get the finish. I really thought she was going to, But she fought good. She fought smart, and Robertson, even though that probably wasn't the best Jillian Robertson that we seen. I thought Jillian Robertson has looked better in the past. The best Jillian Robertson would never beat Mackenzie Dern. It's just a bad matchup for it, right? And Mackenzie looked good. Mackenzie looked pretty good throughout the whole thing. I was worried that she was dominating so much in the beginning that somehow Jillian was going to come back and win. Because that happens in MMA and we've seen it. Yeah. And the fact that if Jillian Robertson with that type of performance becomes champion, I was going to be very irate. Jillian Robertson did win the 5th round, right? Congrats to her. But yeah, it was Mac Dern all day.
Yeah, and I was right there with you.
Yeah, you were then same with me.
Mackenzie Dern. She was my biggest bet of the night. She came through for me.
Bring me my money.
Easy. Easy. And I wish I would have put more on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't. I had 4 units on it, so I did empty the clip on her. But she was like minus 200. And I didn't want to get cute with it, right?
Yeah.
I did think she could get the finish. I thought it could maybe go to decision. Glad I didn't, chase a finish prop or anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't do too heavy on the finish prop. When she had the rear naked choke, though, yeah, I was like, oh, it's over. And then they showed the camera angle like by the cage, and I was like, and before they even announced she's gonna set it, the angle was off. I was like, fuck, she's getting
angle was off. But
yeah,
easy dubs for Mackenzie Dern. The 3-punch parlay.
Alvarez.
I
let us down, boys. Cheshawn Gore looked fucking fantastic. Dern, Alvarez. I hated that fight. I despised that fight. I tweeted out my displeasure for that. That was a sparring match. I have no idea what Alvarez was doing. I know he likes to strike and stuff, but standing square in front of, straight up and down, no movement, no nothing in front of a guy with Muay Thai like Chitty Bang Bang is crazy. But yeah, that was a big swing and a miss. I was very mad at myself. And yeah, that was an atrocious fight. I hate that fight. They literally, besides the main event, that was my least favorite fight. There was no aggression. They didn't even fight. They're sparring and they're getting paid for it. Fucking horrible. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Those were my concerns going into it, is like, dude, if it's just a striking match, Chitty's not going to be looking like a big underdog here.
Right.
Because Alvarez, he's going to get kicked at range, and he doesn't really wrestle. So,
but Alvarez coming off and they kept mentioning during the broadcast too, coming off the Islam camp. You figured there might be some wrestling. There might have been some more movement if he's imitating Ian Gary. Nothing. He stood right in fucking front of him. It's terrible. Hated it. Makes me sick.
Yeah, no, that was a bad performance from Alvarez, but shout out to anyone that backed Chitty. And that's
shout out. You got that good plus money on Chitty Bang Bang.
Sicko.
Oh,
0-3.
Yeah.
That was a tough one, but I mean, at least you didn't have to sweat it.
Yeah, didn't have to sweat it at all. Alvarez shit the bed, so I didn't mind, but I did double down on Hernandez before the fight. So that really hurt, and he just gets absolutely fucking smoked by Jalen Turner. Shout out to Jalen Turner though. That was I thought that could have been a really tough fight for him, and he proved that he's an elite level striker with some serious power, and then the finishing instincts on him too as well is top notch. Like that ground and pound was absolutely brutal. So shout out Jalen Turner.
Yeah, I still don't think it was like the worst bet, just because we didn't really get to see the fight play out.
Yeah, I mean, he got caught, right? I mean, that's what I mean. I really thought leg kicks were going to play a part in Cowboy from Hernandez.
Got caught. I still believe in Cowboy for the future, but
sure.
My sicko was a dud as well. I'm kind of glad Gordon get that sub,
right?
Because if I would have went into the third leg of Mansur KO, and that's the performance we got, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, things would have been broken. Dustin Stolfoots out dogs.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, is it? I feel like it's a combination, but is Mansur just that bad, or is Stolfoots just decent?
I mean, I think Stolfoots is decent. I mean, he's always been decently tough, but I don't think skill for skill he's all that good, especially not on the feet. I think Mansur is. I think he believed his own hype, and I think there's some potential there. I just don't know how much is right here anymore. Right. I think he's really lacking some shit up here. Yeah. I called him a fraud on Twitter. I'm going to stand by it. And this is coming from a guy in January who I said, look out for Mansur Malik. You know what I mean? And now here I am calling him a fraud. So that hurts being wrong in so many different ways.
Mansur did fuck the BBC leg. Top man. came out with a BBC lay on the long shots show. It was Chidi, money line.
Nice.
Jalen Turner.
Nice.
And Mansur by KO.
Yeah.
So, no BBC for Mansur.
No,
not at all. Not at all. Not based on that performance. And if he does, I mean, Dustin Stoltzfus knows how to handle one. You know?
Yeah, he sure does.
All right, we got a card to break down. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Hit the like button for us. We're going to break down these fights. We'll open some cards later. Then we'll get to the segments. But I think we got, 12, 13 fights to break down. So we should get at it. We're over 21 minutes in. So
let's do it.
We're starting it off with a strawweight bout. Chanel Daya coming in at minus 750. Taking on Elise Reed plus 534. Elise Reed 4-5 in the UFC. Chanel Daya 1-0. Coming off a $100,000 bonus victory over the legendary Ravina Oliveira, where she knocked her out in the second round. She's going to be 3 inches taller than Elise Reed with a 2-inch reach advantage. She's 8 years younger. So obviously all signs point towards Chanel Daya getting this one done. But Elise Reed brings more UFC experience. And she's not a bad striker herself. She's kind of struggled with fights hit the ground, getting finished on the ground, although she did get KO'd in her last fight by Denise Gomes in the second round. So, I mean, is there any chance you're looking towards a dog here? She is a win-loss type of fighter, and she's coming off a loss. So you do the math. She's due for a W here. All of her wins come by decision. All of her losses come by finish. So what's the move here, BP? I mean, it seems kind of clear, right?
Yeah.
If Elise Reed's going to get this one done, she's going to win a decision. Chanel Daya going to get this one done. She's probably getting a finish. Is it that clear for you, BP?
Yeah, I mean,
missing.
I really don't think Elise Reed is that bad of a bet. I really don't. She's kind of a weird, tricky fighter where she is a vet. She is so inconsistent that you can't like confidently bet her. But when I got her at 550 on DraftKings right now, I mean, she's might even go up to like plus 600 by the time the fight starts. Throwing a couple bucks on her, it's not the worst bet in the world because Dyer, who I think is very good, her hands are amazing. Her tennis spheres fight was unreal. She looked good in the UFC debut. She has all the skills to pay the bills. She's 25 years old. She's longer than Reed, and she's got really good finishing ability. It all signs point to Dyer, but she just hasn't been around long enough. This could be one of those weird vet lessons because Elise Reed's got that weird karate kind of sideways style, and she can confuse a lot of people. I'm not going to bet Elise Reed, but I'm just referencing it, letting people know that like if you come up next week and go, man, put $10 on Elise Reed at 6 to 1, plus 600. I'm not gonna laugh at you. It's not the worst bet in the world. I do think Dyer is the superior fighter. I think she's good. She's approaching her. She's super confident right now. She's not approaching her prime. I think usually prime's about 30, 31. But she's right there at getting better and better and better and learning her skills. And this is just a really good lesson in the UFC, fighting a tricky vet like Elise Reed. And Elise is going to at least make her fight. But this stylistically matches up well with Dyer. I think Dyer's going to win. Her by knockout, sure. But yeah, give me Chanel Dyer.
Dixon's got the oral by at McDonald's profile picture.
And he deserves it. And he fucking deserves it.
He deserves it.
Dyer by KO plus 115 on DraftKings. You obviously will want a little better of a number, but when she's minus 800, or she's minus 950 now, 625 for Elise Reed on DraftKings. So yeah, I mean, you gotta play what they give you.
I mean, the fight to end inside the distance at like minus 200 for a women's strawweight fight's kind of wild to me.
Yeah,
like I know Elise Reed can get finished, but usually I feel like in a women's strawweight fight where there's neither girl is like a good grappler.
Yeah.
Ends inside the distance should not be minus 200. Like Dyer, I don't think Dyer, just because she knocked out Ravina Oliveira, she's not some crazy finisher. She's kind of more like a leg kick merchant. She's 100% autistic as well. Heavily autistic. So, she's going to be locked in. She's in the training room all the time. It's probably the only thing that she thinks about. But I don't think she's like some killer, She couldn't hurt Carol Ford to save her life in that fight. She was just kind of spamming leg kicks. I think she's a bit robotic on the feet, but she's a good striker. I think Elise Reed's more like the flowy type of striker, but if she does get taken down, I worry that she just gets like randomly like ground and pound TKO. But Dyer's not a wrestler, man. She's not like if she's gonna go into this fight and wrestle. I mean, I don't really think that's her best strong suit. Maybe it's good enough to beat Elise Reed, but I mean, Reed's gone into fights with better grapplers and been okay.
Yeah.
You know, like Jinyu Frey. She's a fucking dog. Corey McKenna. She's a fucking dog. I mean, I kind of feel like this fight should be at least a pick 'em to like go to decision. So I'm kind of leaning like Dyer by points or just straight up take the over 2.5 at plus money. And I mean, it just seems weird to me.
Yeah.
You know? Dyer KO just seems way too likely.
Someone in the chat early on, the chat's been moving, but someone I think said Dyer under a half round. They're that confident Dyer's going to put her out early.
I don't think Dyer's going to knock her out unless it's like a head kick.
Really?
But like, yeah, I mean, Reed's not a bad striker. Like
no, she's not.
She's decent.
But coming off a knockout loss over Denise Gomes, who's kind of a one-trick pony.
Gomes is a fucking powerhouse.
No, I know, but she's a one-trick pony, and running into something like that where Gomes only has that one weapon, I'm never going to praise Elise Reed's fucking fight IQ. That's for goddamn sure. But yeah, I see Dyer finishing, but under a half round, I mean, you better get some fucking great points. But yeah.
Getting finished by Lupe Godinez is also a pretty bad look.
Yeah, Lupe finishes fucking nobody.
Yeah, it is a pretty bad look. I mean, you could even get the over 1.5 at minus 155 for a women's strawweight fight.
Right.
That's kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm giving too much credit towards Elise Reed, but I think the line's a little bit wide. Dyer beat Ravina Oliveira, bro. Like, who gives a fuck?
Well, she had a great performance she lost, but great performance in the Contender Series over Foro, who's a stud.
It was not a good performance.
What?
She got 30-27.
Hang on.
I remember I had a bet on Chanel Dyer, and I felt like a fucking idiot. She got
she got dropped 3 times. 115 strikes, 117. Got dropped 3 times. Yeah, but Foro is a fucking beast, dude, and she hung in there for 3 rounds. Didn't she get a contract after that, or did they sign her when they went to UK?
They signed her when they went to the UK. Yeah,
okay.
Sure. Yeah, but yeah, not laying the chalk on Dyer. I can tell you that. Let's move on. It's party time.
Party time. West to Westler
steps in here as an underdog once again. Plus 153, taking on Jackson McVeigh. Sits at minus 175. Wes, 30 years old. He's 1-1 in the UFC, coming off that round 3 guillotine win against Ben Johnston, and he took my money. He was down 2 rounds to nothing in Australia, and he pulls off a Hail Mary guillotine and gets a W. Jackson McVeigh also coming off a submission win against Rodrigues Dumas to get his first UFC W. So both guys coming off a win. I don't know if you were familiar with this, BP, but these guys fought in the amateurs.
Absolutely, in the LFA.
And Wes Schultz subbed Jackson McVeigh within 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And here he is as the underdog. We know Jackson McVeigh's ground game is shit. But we also know Wesley Schultz's striking is also pretty shit.
Mm-hmm.
But is Jackson McVeigh striking good? I don't know, dude. Like, I'm kind
of
in
the clinch. In the clinch, he's pretty dangerous. That's about it.
Clinch, he's a big boy in the clinch.
Yeah,
he definitely does not have a 67-inch reach. Whoever's making these graphics, graphic guy is
7, bro. Dude. That's tiny.
That guy is. The new intern is getting fired right after the show, but
his reach is 77. They have the same inch reach.
Same reach. Yeah, his striking's pretty slow, but he is nasty in the clinch. I kind of think here's how I think it's gonna go, BP.
Tell me.
I think Wes Schultz shoots in on a takedown. It gets stuffed. Yeah. Jackson McVeigh goes for that Darce choke that he likes.
Yeah.
Schultz rolls out of it. Then Jackson McVeigh's on all 4s. Schultz scrambles up, gets his back, chokes him out.
Okay.
Subs him in the first. Just
so
like
you're finally taking your Wisconsin boy.
Dude, I mean, It's never Jackson McVeigh at minus 175. Dude.
Sure.
I mean, I think the unders is probably the best look.
But what I want from you right now is I want you to say, I'm picking Wes Schultz to win this fight.
Sure, I'll take fucking Wes Schultz.
There you go. That's all I
Give me
want
Wes
to
the Westler. Apparently, his
Wesley.
house burnt down when he got back from Australia.
Damn, that sucks.
Oh, the man needs money. You know, he needs money.
Well, hopefully he had insurance. That'll cover most of it. But Wes the Westler, I went back and forth in this fight. I'll admit, this is the worst fight on the card. The two low-level guys who probably really shouldn't be in the UFC, and I spent way too long on this fight. I think it needs to be loser cuts their hair, right? Whoever loses, shave it. That's what needs to be a stipulation. They have fought before. They have history before. Both guys, I think, are pretty soft. Both guys, I think, can get finished. I think they have that quit moan on them. Wes's chin is trash. Jackson McVeigh has been hurt, but, you know, he gets to the ground. You put a little submission on him. He's tapping. McVeigh in the clinch is nasty. Schultz cannot stand with this guy. Schultz, this whole camp better have been training guillotine and Darce defense, because that's what's going to happen. You know he's going to shoot on McVeigh, and McVeigh's going to fucking jump the gilly, or he'll try to spurl out, get some head pressure, you know, get that front grip, and then go for a Darce. I see it could be easy Jackson McVeigh submission Darce, and Wes just really being a shithead and falling into what, you know, he trained his whole camp not to fall into. I can see that happening, but I'm going Wes the Westler. I'm going Wes Schultz. I think last fight he proved if he can weather a little bit, he can win. He's got enough heart to win. I think Jackson McVeigh, the minute shit goes south for him, the minute he squeezes everything in that Darce, and if Wes gets out, the fight's over. He'll quit. I guarantee it. And I think Wes already has a win over him, so he's got that in his mind as well. And I think Wes, when he gets on the ground, he's not bad. Like, he takes your back, he can submit you. You know, he's okay. But like on the feet, he's just terrible. But give me Wes Schultz plus money. Yeah, let's go. I'll ride with the dog. I'll ride with the Wes Canson boy.
Wes Schultz, round one sub. We don't have a line for it just yet. But I think if it's like 5-1 or higher, you gotta play it.
On Wes Schultz by sub?
Round one.
Oh, round one sub.
Round one.
Yeah, there's nothing on DraftKings either.
McVeigh does train at the MMA lab, so maybe he's improving, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think his ground game's pretty. I mean, you're getting fucking armbarred, belly down armbarred.
Yeah.
By Bruno Ferreira, and like instantly, that's pretty bad.
Right.
And Wes will snap your arm, dude.
He already armbarred him before. He'll do it again, dude. Wes don't fuck around. Both these dudes, they should make an agreement for the hair, and they also should make an agreement. Neither of them coming with braids. So we see every shot Clay Guida style with the fucking hair. I
like the hair agreement. Somebody's got to shave their head.
Someone's got to shave it. I mean, come on, guys.
Because they'll probably fight harder if one of them has to shave their head.
I would think so. They've grown that out for a long time. That's their look. They love it. Love it.
I was going to make a video on this today, but I just didn't have time. I think shit talkers in MMA should be applauded more than they are, because it makes for better fights.
Sure.
You know? It makes for much better fights.
I think depending how you go with it, like
I don't care if it's different.
Really?
Who cares?
The only thing, if I'm a shit talker for sure. I definitely ran my mouth a lot during confrontations or whatever. The one thing I would never do as a professional MMA fighter, I'm not one, but when you keep the family out of it. That's my only caveat. Say whatever you want about them, but let's keep the families out, right? You know what I mean?
That's a little bit weird. Like, if there's a reason to bring in the family, sure. Like, if you're
I think Colby Covington at times when he ran out of material, he would just run to
that
the family stuff, and it's like, come on, bro. Like, he was like DMing George's baby mama, like George Masvidal. It's like, and then telling him that at the, and it's like, and then you sue him when you get your fucking teeth knocked out outside of a club in Miami. Like, bro, you fucking deserve that. Like, what are we doing here?
Somewhat agree.
But I agree. I like shit talking. I thoroughly enjoy it. I 10 out of 10 times much rather have some shit talking than that pussy ass bullshit we got from Ian Gary
exactly
on Saturday night. That shit drove me nuts. And every time he opens his mouth since the fight, it pisses me off even more.
Exactly.
Fuck that soft bullshit. You know what I mean? We're
hate
fighting, bro.
Bullshit. Like, this is mixed martial arts. Martial arts is all about respect. It's like, this isn't fucking mixed martial arts, bro.
Yeah.
This isn't MMA.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate fighting championship. If you're going to fight someone, are you going to go fucking hug them first?
Yeah. You want everything that guy has. You want Islam's paycheck. You want to stop his record. You want that fucking belt. And you're going to go hug him and praise him and be like, you're the best. So we're best friends. And I've learned from this. No, fuck you.
So gay.
Pussy.
You look at that, and then you look at what Namo Fazil was saying to Kike Brito in their little face-off on Jaden Cable's YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of shit that he was talking, that upped the stakes so much more.
For sure.
Because if he didn't talk all that shit, I could see a world where Brito folds to that pressure that Fazil was giving him, because he kind of he was slowing down a lot after round one.
Yeah, and it fuels him.
Take over, but it kind of goes back to the Hokit and Blades fight.
That's what I was going to say. Blades was ready to fall apart, and then Hokit is doing this, and he's like, I can't lose to this guy.
Like, if this dude is talking so much shit to you, basically calling you a bum, you don't deserve to be there, and you're almost on the break of quitting, but this dude's been talking that much shit, you're more likely to not quit if he's talked that much shit about you.
Yeah.
So it ups the stakes for better fights.
Years ago.
That shit is bullshit.
I've been in the MMA game for a long time. I'm an old dude. And back then on Sherdog forums, there was a debate. Who's better, Vanderlei Silva or Chuck Liddell? Pride versus UFC. And I was always rocking Team UFC. UFC 79, Vanderlei off the steroids, not Pride Vanderlei, but he fought Chuck. And Chuck won the fight, and it's one of my all-time favorite fights. But Vanderlei got hurt and got cut really bad in that fight. And they said afterwards, what made you keep going? You were cut and you got dropped and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, this guy's been talking shit and saying he's better than me for years. I can't let him win, right? And in my mind, he didn't win. The judges gave him the fight, but he's not going to beat me, knock me out and put me out. No way. And that just adds to everything. So I agree with you. 100%. I love it.
Bring out the best in the person that's talking the shit and also the person that's getting shit talked, because then the stakes are so much higher. But if you go into a fight just glazing the guy, one, you already put him on a pedestal. You don't think you're on the same pedestal as him.
Right.
You're a fucking pussy. And the guy that's on the pedestal is like, well, this guy's kissing my ass. I don't really want to hurt him now.
Yeah.
He's being nice to me. I don't really want to hurt him. So
that's why the Diaz brothers are always going to have so much love, is they do it different, man. They're a different kind of cat. You know what I mean? They go in there, kill or be killed. They don't like who they're fighting. You're not going to see them fucking high five anybody in between rounds. They're going to flick you off. Fuck you. And then they'll shake your hand afterwards, good fight, whatever. That's what you're supposed to do. But being this best friend shit, get the fuck out of here.
I apologize to the chat for ranting. But
no. Someone in the chat asked our opinion on Ian Gary, so I'm glad we got to it. I was going to make a separate video about it myself, but again, this week's been fucking hectic. But that's just some pussy bullshit. I hate it. I hate every second of it.
I think about when I would play sports and there were just some teams that you had a hatred for.
100%.
You would 100% prepare harder. You could not fathom losing to these people.
Yeah.
You prepare harder.
100%.
Go harder in the game. It's just, if you're not on that level, don't fucking show up.
Don't.
Right?
Yeah. So I played baseball from 2nd grade to 8th grade. Freshman year, I got kicked off the team. I got kicked off the team freshman year. When I really kicked off the team, I got in a fight during tryouts. Me and a guy trying out for shortstop. Me and him were waiting in line to do our turn to ground balls. And we're talking shit to each other. And I fought him and beat the shit out of him. And he was the coach's son. So that was never going to happen. But I played baseball for that many years. And from 4th grade on, every year I got in a fight in fucking baseball, because I would run my mouth. It'd be either catcher, first base, pitcher, whatever. just hothead idiot, you know, but because I was so into it and I was so passionate. I loved it so much that it's like, I'll go crazy. I'll get kicked out of this game. I'll have the parents look at me all weird. This is how much I want this. I love this shit so much. I was such a fucking competitor. And my little daughter's the same way. I have one daughter. My oldest daughter is just like my wife. She's very passive and sweet. My little daughter, Hazel, is a fucking competitive freak, wild man. And she's such like her old man. It's crazy.
Gotta love that. You love that because you can put it into something. And really,
and that's what I try to do. I try to like harness it.
Yeah.
Because with me, I didn't really have anybody to harness it when I grew up. So I just kind of went crazy. So with her, at least I'm trying to harness it because we're the same person. So I know what she's dealing with.
Trent said his mom fought his stepmom at one of his little league.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's funny.
All right, well, back to the fights.
Yes, sir.
We got a matchup here in the lightweight division. We got Gage Young coming in at -160, taking on Stan Dorsenville.
Stan the man.
It's at +140. Gage Young coming off that win against Thiago Moises, where he didn't want a finish bonus.
Yeah.
He wanted to show off his dance moves.
He did.
And that was probably one of the worst looks you could give when you have a dead body in front of you.
A corpse.
Fucking God, dude. I'll never let him live it down because that was so frustrating. And maybe that's part of the reason why I started taking edibles, watching fights.
Yeah, right, because you get so worked up.
Fuck. Like, what are we doing, Gage? Doing a little fucking shimmy when Thiago Moises is dead on the ground?
Right.
But either way, he got it done. And he's coming in here as the favorite against Stan the Man. He's 26, 5-0. 5'10". He's going to be an inch taller with a 6-inch reach advantage. He looks all right, man. I mean, he looks like a pretty solid prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised that they brought him in here, but he is stepping in on short notice. Gage Young was supposed to fight my man, Cody Steele.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that. It was going to be the first, fight where I could compare myself to, Cody's opponent as far as how we did, So Gage, I think I'd probably make it longer against Cody Steele than Gage. I made it to 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Gage might have got subbed in the first. You never know.
Never know.
But going into this one, Stan the Man. Tell me what you know about Stan, because what I know about him is he's kind of a decent striker, wants to get you to the ground, big body, decent cardio. And Gage has had some tough matchups, man. Like fought Sal Killed on the Contender Series, didn't get finished, didn't really struggle like with the ground game. He defended 13 of 22 takedowns, was only controlled for 4 minutes, put on a pretty solid performance, lost his UFC debut to Evan Elder, which was a fairly competitive fight. Evan Elder won it, but he wasn't like just shutting him out completely. Gage had some moments, and then back-to-back wins where he lands over 100 significant strikes and cleanly wins the fight. So Gage seems solid to me, but Stan has some potential, coming in here young, not really sure where he's going to fit in, but I think he's good.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think here, BP?
Yeah, Stan's good. He just hasn't, he's 26. He hasn't really blown me away. He does have some decent submissions over capable guys. I don't think his record's the worst I've ever seen him coming in here. Gage Young's like a gritty dude. I mean, look at that dumbass haircut he's got. You rock a haircut like that, you're just in for the shit. You're just fucking in for it.
Just want to dance.
You know what I mean? But I'm concerned about his takedown defense. Thiago Moises, the dead body of Thiago, took him down twice. Yeah, Gage got back up. It was cool and everything's fine. But Stan, big body who takes you down, wants to look for a neck, wants to look for a submission. He can do that. He has the ability to do that. That might be a little bit of a problem. The only thing is, I think Stan being a bigger guy, taking this on short notice, really kind of wondering where the camp's at, right? Kind of like the young Brazilian this past weekend. I can't remember his name, who got knocked out by Charles Johnson. Chapolin, right? He cut and Chapolin's a very good fighter. I picked Chapolin, but he cut an insane amount of weight for that fight and clearly slowed down. Stan being a big body dude, got to worry about that weight cut coming on short notice because Gage Young can bring it. Might not have the biggest fight IQ in the world, but he is a tough dude. He's a tough out, right? The thing about the Evan Elder fight was competitive. He lost the Evan Elder fight, but he lost that fight on volume. Evan landed 116. He landed 81 strikes. I think he learned because he doubled up almost Machete, 112 to 66, and then 122 over 46 to the dead body Thiago Moises. So, I like Gage Young in this spot. If he can avoid getting taken down and submitted early, I think he'll have the cardio advantage. I think he'll eventually take over late. Unless I'm missing something on Stan, I think the chat kind of likes him a little bit. But unless I'm missing something that I saw on the tape, I don't really know if he has the capability, especially in short notice, to really go a hard 3 and stop a young man like Gage. I think he's got 1.5 rounds to do it. If not, you're looking at Gage Young to take it over. I like Gage Young by decision. Maybe a late TKO, but he doesn't really have that killer instinct in him. We've seen that. No. Yeah,
no, he doesn't.
He does not. So give me Gage Young by decision. Let's see if that's lines up here. Gage Young by decision plus 185. So
yeah, that's solid.
Yeah. So I'll take Gage Young by decision.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I just think Gage kind of fights on fairly thin margins at times. Like he's hittable himself, and he kind of needs to be the clearly better striker to win. And I think he's the better striker in this matchup. But I think Stan has like one of those styles where it doesn't look technical, but it's kind of effective. He's going to be a little bit bigger too. He's got the grappling upside, so I can see why somebody would take the shot on Stan.
Yeah.
I would rather just take fight to go the distance minus 145.
Sure.
I'd rather just take that because I think both guys are tough. I don't see Stan getting a sub here. With the way that Gage handled Salkild's grappling, I don't really see Stan as on the level of a Salkild grappler.
And Salkild has only said nice things about Gage Young since they fought. Like if he does interviews, he talks about like Gage Young being like one of the toughest fights he's ever had. That's a good compliment over this dude for this guy. I would take that compliment.
Yeah, we're never betting on Gage Young by finish.
Can't. But this is the time he'll get one though. That's how MMA works. MMA betting works. Cocksucker. But yeah, fight go the distance is a great solid bet.
Why did I hurt Cody with my boxing? Because he was being a kind of a dick and like trying to take me down. So I had to put hands on him.
You gotta put hands on him, bro.
Sometimes
that's all you need to do is to solve people's problems. Put hands on people.
Put them in their place,
Yeah.
All right, we got a sanctioned murder scheduled up next. Marcio Barbosa comes in at minus 850, taking on Ryan Coos. It's a plus 586. Coos making his UFC debut. Barbosa 1-0 after nuking Dennis Bazooki in the first round with that left hook, and he never recovered from it. Barbosa 18-2, 17 of his 18 wins come in round 1. 15 of those by KO. He's a nasty striker, man. He's really nasty. His only loss as of recently is to what's his name? Gabriel Santos. Where he nearly had Gabriel Santos KO'd in round 1, gassed out, got caught with like a head kick, and at the beginning of round 2 got KO'd. Kuz, on the other hand, trains at the Goat Shed. He's 32, kind of one of these guys that's been on the regional scene for a minute, and he's just okay, honestly. I mean, he's never been finished, so maybe this is the first time. Maybe it's not. Maybe he's got a granite chin. Who knows? But it's probably a Barbosa round 1 KO. It's going to be tough to argue anything else. The KO number on Barbosa is honestly disgusting. You've seen it, right?
I have not. Tell me, please.
You haven't seen the KO number.
I have not, brother.
Marcio Barbosa. Just take a guess.
Minus 290. Oh my God. I just saw it.
I mean, the best that I can see.
That's unreal.
I don't even know if this is a real book or not. Minus 400.
Yeah, DraftKings minus 575.
Minus 300 on Kalshi, but I don't even think you're going to be able to get much down on that. Yeah, most places it's minus 500, minus 600.
Insane.
Absolutely disgusting. And if you want to go around 1 KO, you're going to be looking at probably minus 160. Yeah, minus 160. I mean, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's like, you can't even play that. Like, why would you even play that?
Right.
I honestly think the sub could be live. Barbosa sub is 20-1. Kuz, if he gets hurt, you don't think he might try to wrestle?
Yeah, of course. Well, club sub? Talk club sub?
Barbosa's got a gilly. He's got a guillotine choke. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Just whatever you do, don't parlay Barbosa.
Yeah.
Minus 500.
No, that's you don't let friends do that.
No, we're not doing that this week.
We're not doing that, chat.
I honestly might take a shot on Barbosa sub 20-1. Because Kuz, if he's hurt, he's shooting. I mean, he can't strike with Barbosa. He's gonna have to try to wrestle him.
Right.
So I mean,
but he's a striker at heart. I mean, he's well-rounded ish, but you know, he's done karate combat. He's done all these other things. He likes to strike. He's got a couple submission wins on his record. I got to get to this comment here, this chat. I'll pull it up here. Colby O'Brien says, if BP enters West Virginia, he will be touched inappropriately and become a campfire story. I'm not really sure what that. If BP comes within a 10-mile radius of Reno, Nevada, he will be strip searched and pulverized. I don't understand these comments of what's happening. I drive through West Virginia pretty much every year. It's a dump. And I've never been to Reno, Nevada. I've been to Vegas. But anyway, Ryan Kuz, listen, training at the Goat Shed, who's there, right? I mean, Nunez, it opened because Nunez got kicked out of American Top Team because they want to work with Kayla Harrison. There's a good coach there, but who are you training with, right? And then Barbosa is just a powerhouse of a dude. The only issue is he has been chinned before. He's been knocked out twice, right? But he's got insane power. And Ryan Kuz lost a split decision to Cameron Smotherman, who has zero chin. Cameron Smotherman does not have a chin, gets hurt and wobbled and knocked out a lot, and Kuz couldn't finish him. I can't trust this dude's power here. I'm going to go Barbosa. I'm going to go the chalky pick. I'm probably going to avoid this fight. You know, if the market is minus 575, 600 for a knockout, then you want to go and you want to shave that down and play round one and stuff. That's just the universe telling you to pass on it. Just watch Barbosa murder this dude and we move on. So give me Marcio Barbosa by knockout. I'll root for your sub because I'll have no skin in the game. But yeah, I think he finishes Kuz. You know, if he knocks him out, he knocks him dead. But if Kuz is tough, right? Because he's never been knocked out before. He gets knocked down. He starts fighting for stuff. Maybe Barbosa goes, "Hey, I'm Brazilian. I want to show off my jiu-jitsu." So yeah, I like Barbosa.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Kuz is like a terrible fighter, but
no,
he's
pretty well rounded. Whatever. There's nothing that jumps off to me. He's got a good personality. Like he's a pretty fun guy.
Yeah, I think he moves pretty well. You know, he knows what he's doing. Which, like, I don't even the money line on Barbosa is crazy too. Like, don't even throw this guy in a parlay. Like, why?
Don't do that. His foundation on Tapology, Ryan Kuz, is break your face. So there you go.
Yeah. He's nasty.
There you go, man.
Let's move on to the lightweights. We got Chris Padilla coming in at plus 101, taking on Nasrat Hackbreast. Sits at minus 121. Hackbreast. He's got a lot more fights than zero. Graphics guy dropping the ball again. He's 31, 4-1 in the last 5, coming off the KO loss to Quillen Salkilb. Chris Padilla 4-0-1, coming off the draw to Markel Medeiros, who we'll talk about later. Chris Padilla, has had a good UFC run, which, to be honest, did not think this guy was going to have a good UFC run. Because when he came into the UFC, he kind of had a weird record. And he kind of looked like a regional journeyman. A lot of the guys that he was beating in UNF, like, just didn't really move the needle for me. He had a couple weird decision losses to guys that just weren't good. And I thought this guy's going to be a couple fights in the UFC. He's going to be out of there. But he's actually turned out to be a pretty good fighter. And I'm kind of tempted to take him here as an underdog against Nasrat because Padilla's got good cardio, solid wrestling. Nasrat's not going to wrestle. Nasrat's coming off a brutal KO loss, and he's also had a career of taking a lot of damage. Padilla, not the biggest hitter, but he does have volume He'll go to the legs. He's got nasty elbows, good Muay Thai. He's pretty good defensively, not getting hit clean. So I think it's going to be a pretty close fight here. What do you think, BP?
Yeah, I like Padilla. I was shocked Padilla is a dog here. Haparas obviously getting head kick KO by Quillen, scout killed, because I can say his name perfectly. That's not the worst thing in the world to me, right? Because Quillen is a stud. But before that, split decision losses or split decision win over Esteban Rivovic. Don't know if he got that one. Split decision win over Jarrett Gordon. Don't know if he got that one. Knocked out Cementhead Jim and Malarkey. Cool, Jim Malarkey gets knocked out by Augusta Win. Beat Landon Quinones, where there was a moment in that fight where he looked a little unstable, and then he has a decision win over John McDessie. So his last 5 wins, to me, 2 can go either way. The others weren't all that impressive. And Badia's coming off a majority draw, which I thought he might have won that fight. But this dude's solid, like, right? He's like a solid dude. Like Nasrat Haparas, he's got really good volume. I wouldn't say he's got the power, this end all be all power. And I think Padilla usually picks his shots a little more well. And I think Padilla can sit down on something and hurt Haparas. I think Haparas' chin might be out the window at this point. And I think Padilla goes for takedowns. Haparas does have some good takedown defense. I think you need to at least mix that in, because Padilla on top is pretty strong. Padilla, when he gets your back, is really strong. Haparas doesn't want that, but he hasn't really fought like a true grappler. Quillen didn't try to grapple him. Jared Gordon kind of grapples. Esteban Rivas doesn't grapple. Jim Malarkey doesn't really grapple. Landon Quinones has a wrestling background, but it isn't really proven the UFC to grapple. How many takedowns did Jared Gordon go for? Okay, Jared Gordon went for 0 for 13. So yeah, Jared Gordon at least tried for some takedowns. I think Padilla, though, picking his shots here while Haparas is doing a lot of volume, relying on your sturdy chin and just knowing that Haparas could walk into an elbow, because Padilla's got a pretty good lead elbow. He's got good elbows when you get inside close. And I think he's got some good punches as well. Maybe not the most sting on him. Doesn't have the biggest power on him. But I think he's a solid dude, and plus money on Padilla, I think is a little bit free. Someone sent me maybe not free, maybe I shouldn't jinx it, but someone sent me a thing. I think Kenny or whoever was doing the picks on the Anakin Floyd put their $1,000 on Padilla at this dog money. So that's a confident thing.
Because Nasrat's a TriStar guy.
Right. Again, someone sent it to me. I don't know if it was Kenny or if I don't know whoever was picking with him this week. I don't know if it was Johnny the Greek or what. I did not watch it. But either way, someone loaded up on Padilla. And that gave me more confidence, because I looked at this line. I thought it was kind of weird. And Haparas could, I think, win a decision here with just more volume if the chin holds up. But I just think Padilla he's dirty in there, man. He's tough. He's durable. He's built pretty well. And I think in the clinch and some of these little short shots are going to get to Haparas, and Haparas has taken a ton of damage. I mean, a lot those past 3 fights. His last 2 fights alone, he's taken over 200 significant strikes, and then obviously the Quillen Scoutkill knockout, which was absolutely fucking brutal. Give me Padilla. He'll probably won't close as an underdog, I imagine. I'm sure he'll be even money, but I like Padilla.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you. My worry here is that Nasrat's just a way better boxer.
Sure.
I feel like he's probably going to be landing better shots to the head. But Padilla is crafty, man. He's very crafty with some of the shots he lands. Like in boxing range, he loves to go to the elbows, and he keeps a pretty high guard. So maybe those boxing combinations aren't going to be landing as cleanly. And I'm interested to see how he approaches this one, because at times Padilla can be, kind of playing to his opponent's level, or like what his opponent wants to do. And also at times like his last fight, he brought the fight to Medeiros a lot. Right. It's kind of like just walking him down the entire fight. But against Jai Herbert, he was low volume, staring, that's kind of what Jai Herbert does.
Yeah.
So is he going to try to crash the pocket against Nasrat, or is he going to take the back foot and like kick and move and try to time elbows coming in? But Padilla, his game plans are usually pretty good. Everyone says like Padilla should have won the last fight. The only reason it was a draw is because the ref took a point in round 3.
Right.
If the ref doesn't take a point, Medeiros wins the fight. So how did Padilla get robbed?
I thought Padilla landed more in that fight. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I felt like he did a little more. I thought it was competitive. I thought Padilla was going to edge it out, if I'm being honest with you. I thought he landed the more impactful shots.
Really?
Yeah. Let me pull up.
I mean, he outstruck him on the numbers, but
yeah, 147 to 112, both landed a takedown.
But Padilla lands like a bunch of kind of meaningless leg kicks. They're just like touch leg kicks.
Yeah.
And Medeiros outlanded him to the head.
Yeah, but look at that fucking head on Taco, bro. He just eats that shit.
Oh, he's
got a really good high guard too. So
he was pretty cut up. Medeiros hit him with a lot of.
I think they need to amend who keeps track of the striking. Because a lot of times when I look at fights and the snipping strikes are off the charts, a lot of these fucking punches are landing on the shoulder and the arms, and they're counting them as significant. I'm not saying that fight in particular, but a lot of fights, I want someone else. I don't think it's a computer. I literally think there's a guy in there doing it himself.
As someone that bets a lot of significant strike props, I have no idea who does it, how they do it.
Yeah, I think it's a person.
I know how they count them.
Yeah.
Like, I know what they're going to count, what they're not going to count. And Padilla's like, anytime that you're at distance and you touch the leg, that's a leg kick.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be with any force, just like a little slapping leg kick. That's, or even if like an oblique kick that has no power on it.
Sure.
If you just put your foot out there and it touches the knee, that's a leg kick.
Yeah.
And if you throw a punch and it gets blocked on the arm like this, that's a punch landed.
See, I hate that.
To the head.
I hate that.
You know, like, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I know how they fucking count it. And Padilla's a big leg kicker, so that's why he lands so many significant strikes in a lot of these fights. But yeah, I'm kind of torn. I want to watch some more tape on it. But the only thing really holding me back is, of course, the damage and the coming off the KO loss for Nazareth. But I don't really see Padilla as a big hitter. So Nazareth boxing edge, more experienced. Padilla, never truly been a believer, but he's crafty, could pull it off. For now, I'll go with Padilla with BP. Heavyweight bout, we got Kennedy and Zechiku coming in at plus 115, taking on Shamil, the meal deal. Gazia.
That picture of Shamil's face, dude, it makes me laugh.
Sits at minus 135. Shamil 2-3 in the last 5. And Kennedy 2-2-1. And since moving up to heavyweight, he is 2-1-1. He's only lost to Walter Walker coming off the draw against Marcus Buchecha, which is not
one of the worst fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, not aged the best. Shamil is not 5'4". He's actually 6'4".
Graphics guy, man.
Graphics guy. I'm texting him right now.
Shit, dude.
Guy he's a goner. Shamil, back-to-back knockout losses. Not looking good for the guy. He's got to bounce back here. He's the favorite. Kennedy, it's always kind of a wild card.
Yeah.
And he's cosplaying the Shamil beard with the no mustache, which is an interesting.
Yeah, the Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
I wonder why all like Dagestanians have that. Like they is that like part like I'm not joking. Is that like part of like the religion that they can't have like a mustache? Like they can't rock the full beard? Or is that just like a style for them?
I don't know. I mean, because you see some Muslims have full beard, full mustache.
Right, yeah. But like a lot of the like Islam and Khabib, like they don't, I don't think they have any.
Because Shamil is from Dagestan.
Part of the Muslim culture is what someone said. Yeah, Shamil's from Dagestan. And it clearly looks like he is shaving. He's intentionally shaving this.
Yeah, 100%.
Not committed. Because that dude can probably grow a full, thick fucking just beard.
You know that John Kuhneman that fought in the Contender Series 2 weeks ago? He had the beard and no mustache.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he's cosplaying a Dagestani. He's fucking losing.
Yeah.
he's not that guy.
You can't do that. What are you doing?
You're an American. You're an American from like Nebraska, bro. You can't cosplay a Dagestani and get away with it. You can't do it. But Shamil is from Dagestan. He's got the beard, no mustache. What are we thinking here, BP?
Yeah, what troubles me is I think Shamil wins this fight. But what troubles me is there's a lot of reports that Shamil lives in Abu Dhabi. He's like friends with princes. He drives fancy cars. He lives in fancy place. They love him over there, right? It's coming off a two-fight knockout streak, right? You know, Waldo Quetzalcoatl got him. Waldo's a stud. And then Brando Petric got him. But Brando is a beast, right? He's going to get you early or not. But Shamil hasn't looked great in those fights. And then Kennedy coming off one of the worst performances I've ever signed over Buchecha. But all Buchecha wants to do is grapple you and hang on to you and make it sloppy. I like that Kennedy went up to heavyweight. I think 205 is too much of a cut for him. I think he's going to fill out well at heavyweight. Heavyweight needs people like him. He could knock out Shamil. I think they're very complementary of each other with their style. I think Kennedy's has good boxing, has good striking or good straight punches. I think Shamil, though, is he just kind of like, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm out of here. You know, like I want to go to Abu Dhabi. Give me my paycheck. My best friend, the prince of whatever, is gonna fucking, you know, yeah. That's not in Abu Dhabi. That's in Russia. So at least he's back in the motherland training.
Bahrain.
Is that Bahrain? Is that what he said?
Bahrain.
My initial lean was Gaziev. I flipped the Kennedy. And now I'm back to Gaziev. I just think Kennedy sometimes can get a little soft. I think, you know, there's times where he wants to quit in there. I think both these guys got a little quit in them. I'm a little concerned about Shamil's chin, however, because he has been rocked the past 2 times. And Kennedy does have some big power in his hands, long ass reach, long ass arms. He can land a shot on Gaziev and it can be fucking over. But I mean, look at this dude. Look at this fucking beast of a man. Yeah, give me Gaziev. I hate it so much that I want to switch so bad, but that's kind of telling me to keep a Gaziev and just go the other way with it. I'm going the other way. Give me Gaziev. Okay, that looks like that might be a little more tropical right there.
I'm going Kennedy. I can't do Shamil, man.
After all those Shamil videos you just showed me to hype me up, you're going Kennedy, huh?
Oh, those are not to hype you up.
You hype me up, bro.
This gets you hype, bro.
Yeah, look at the guy, dude.
Yeah, fucking jab to the body.
So the chat had an answer for why Muslims shave their top thing. Why do all Dagestanian dudes wear the baggiest shorts ever? Did anybody watch the Embedded where Islam was like doing sprints behind the gym, and he's in those like blue. They're like 1990, like early 2000s, like NBA, like to your ankle shorts. Like, what is that, dude? I mean, you would think that they're wrestling, they're grappling, they would want to wear something a little more form fitting. But hey, do what you got to do, man.
I'm taking Kennedy, man. I'm not like a big Kennedy guy, but I think he's the better athlete. He's the longer striker. I think Shamil, I think he's got better cardio too. He's got good takedown defense. I think Kennedy is just a better fighter, man. Like, I know Kennedy can be a bit of a flake, but he's plus money here, man. He's plus money. Shamil, I just don't. He's slow, man. He's slow.
He's slow, yeah.
So slow. I think he kind of needs to get him out of there early, which could happen. Shamil's got a good right hand. But if he doesn't really have much to set it up and he has no head movement, I feel like Kennedy gets a jab going here. Gets that 1-2 going. Some little front kicks.
Yeah.
To the gut of Shamil. And he out cardios him. Maybe he gets a late finish. So I'm going Kennedy, man. I think Shamil's got a grapple, and I don't trust him to do so. And he can't even bend over, man. We can't even bend
what
over.
Does that have to do with anything, right? This isn't a fucking touching your toes contest. This is a fight, bro.
You bend over to get the fucking takedown.
Yeah, he can take down from the clinch, but no, he's gonna. If he does land a takedown, Kennedy's fucked because Kennedy is a disaster off his back. But I think they're gonna play it out on the feet, and we'll see. Someone in the chat, Lucky Lou, says he can teach me all about being Muslim one day. I need to learn because they do some things that I got questions about. I gotta be honest with you. I'm sure they have questions about my lifestyle. I got questions about theirs. I got a bunch of questions.
At the end of the day, it's 6'5" versus 5'4". I'm taking the 6'5" guy. Sure.
Of course. Now here we go.
Feature prelim. We got Jamal Emmers comes in at plus 303, taking on Lehayon Douglas. Sits at minus 380. Douglas 1-0 in the UFC after KO and Julian Erosa. And he's coming in here taking on the veteran Jamal, who's 37. He's going to have an inch in height, 2 inches in reach, and a big experience gap. for Jamal Emmers, but Emmers not exactly in the prime of his career, but he does have a couple wins back to back. Gabriel Miranda knocked him out and went over Hyder Emil by decision. So does Le'Veon Douglas do what he's supposed to do and get a KO here? BP, what do you think?
Yeah, so Douglas is a powerhouse, but the two, I mean, I'm counting the Contender Series, the two recent fights where we've seen him in the UFC brand, he's knocked out dudes who've been knocked out before. Cam Teague is still asleep. Cam Teague might be dead. Someone check on Cam Teague. And then Julian Rosa gets knocked out quite a bit, right? But that's not taking everything Douglas. Douglas is an absolute savage who has really taken over his career. He's with the Bloodline there in Southern California, Cub Swanson and those boys. Absolute stud, big powerhouse. I think he's going to be super well-rounded as well. One of the better gyms coming out right now, which those guys are always in shape. And I think Douglas just has the ability to find knockouts in anybody. Jamal Emmers coming off a decent performance over Hyder Emil, who he just wrestled, 7 takedowns for Jamal Emmers. Jamal Emmers is 37, but he is a solid wrestler. He came up as a wrestler and can strike a little bit. I mean, he one shot at Dennis Bazook, but is obviously going to want to try to wrestle Douglas here. I don't think he wants to stand up with Douglas at all. I think Douglas is too dangerous, too fierce here. Minus 380 scares me because the small sample size we have in the UFC is not great. Knocking out Julian Rosa, I think Julian Rosa is a solid fighter, but again, Julian Rosa either wins by knockout or submission or he gets knocked out, right? That dude lives and dies by the sword. Mm-hmm. Jamal Emmers being 37, I think this is a perfect fight for Douglas because I really want to see Douglas's takedown offense. I think that is going to be important for him to move on in the featherweight division. We know he has power. We know he's well-rounded. We know he has speed with a good camp. Let's see how long he can take this, right? Let's see how far he can take this, I should say. And Emmers is a good stepping stone. 37, older guy, lanky for the division, and has solid takedowns. Can he stop some takedowns? Can he prove he can do that against a guy who has landed takedowns in the UFC over UFC level competition? I don't know. I like Douglas. I'm high on Douglas. I think this kid could be something really good. And maybe he gets through Emmers and he fights, let's say, November, right? And they give him a bigger name and he runs to that person in November or December. Next year, Douglas is going to be someone that they're going to be talking about in the top 10, top 8, maybe top 5 of featherweight, really depending what they do with them. But yeah, I like Douglas. I like Douglas by KO as well. I think he'll get it done by KO, which is KO probably not great. Yeah, minus 200 on DraftKings. So fuck me, that's not worth it.
So update on Cam Teague. He is alive.
Thank God.
And he's actually picked up 2 wins since getting nuked by Le'Veon Douglas. Cody Pfister, UFC vet.
Pfister, hardly know her. Classic joke.
Knocked him out in round 1. And he also subbed Charles Bennett in round 1. You know Charles Bennett?
Is that Crazy Horse Charles Bennett?
Charles Felony Bennett. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Felony now. Not Crazy Horse. He's not crazy. Don't call him crazy, but he's felony. Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. I remember him back in the Pride days. Crazy. Yeah, he had a Cam Teague, poor Cam Teague, right? Kevin by J-Host fucking destroys him. Then he comes back on the Contenders and they give him fucking Le'Veon Douglas. Oh my goodness, Cam Teague, brutal. What did you do? Brutal. What did you do, Cam Teague?
Well, he just goes back to the regional scene
and wins. He'll get caught up again and fights another fucking buzzsaw.
Yeah.
And, fucking lose more brain cells.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously Douglas should go in there and KO him, but
yeah,
Emmers is solid, dude. Like
he's not bad. He really isn't.
Yeah, like I think the line is kind of wide, man. Like
he can sneak it out, dude.
Emmers.
I was confident in Hyder Emil against him, by the way, and he shut Hyder down. I mean, Hyder has proven to be not who we thought he was, but yeah.
My problem here with Le'Veon Douglas is like he's not some elite fighter. He just has big power.
He has big power.
Like he's got big power. He's a solid striker, and I'm sure he's improving at Bloodline. Good gym. But dude, his whole 5-fight win streak before the Contender Series in the LFA, he was an underdog in every single fight. And we're talking guys on the regional scene. He was an underdog to these guys.
Right.
And he he got it done. He knocked them all out. But now, since he fought in the Contender Series, he was minus 700, and then he was minus 350 against Julian Erosa, and he knocked him out in round 1. But eventually, there's going to be a fade spot on Larian Douglas because I don't think he has much outside of big power. Like, he has sharp boxing. I think where he struggles is when guys give him some resistance, man. Like, Douglas likes to be untouched, finding shots, big, powerful shots. But if you can hurt him, if you can give some resistance, he has pretty solid takedown defense. So I think it's going to be tough to grapple him. But if you can kind of beat him up in the clinch a little bit to where he can't land that power, if you can stay to the outside, get some front kicks going, pop him with some nice jabs, get out of that big power. Like, there's a way to beat Douglas. He's not invincible by any means.
Sure.
But Jamal Emmers is kind of dumb. Like, he's always.
Well, yeah, the Pat Sabatini fight proved how his fight IQ is.
He's dumb.
Yeah, Pat dead to rights, and he fucking jumps in there and gets his leg taken.
Like, I look at Emmers' opponents, and I think a similar opponent would be Jack Jenkins.
Yeah.
You know, boxer that has good leg kicks. But Jack Jenkins also has 0 takedown defense, 0 grappling, and not nearly the power that Douglas has. And he fucking lost to Jack Jenkins.
Right.
Because he didn't grapple him. Dude, everyone knows you grapple Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins has terrible grappling. And he couldn't do it. So I'm like, how do I trust Emmers to grapple? How do I trust him to come into this fight with a good game plan? And you look at most of his wins, he's usually beating bad strikers with his striking, or he's beating bad wrestlers with his wrestling. Maybe he can beat Douglas with the wrestling, but I don't really trust him to do it. So, yeah. And it kind of seems like you look at the Landwehr fight. It's like, dude, you're getting KO'd by Landwehr in the first round. That's not
Nate the Train, baby.
Not a good look, man. It's not a good look. So it's a tough sell on Emmers, but I'm just going to, forewarn you. Douglas is going to get had eventually.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I love his power. I love his striking. He's beaten some decent guys. I mean, really, he's only lost at his 5 losses. 2 are kind of bummy. I mean, they're not under 500, but they're not great. I mean, he's lost to Chepe Maniscalco in the regional scene. He lost to some stud Russian. You know what I mean? Like, he's not, he knocked out your boy Javier Reyes early on in his career. So I think he's had some solid wins and some in as best as you can have solid losses in the regional scene. I agree. I mean, I think if he goes on a run though, and if Bloodline is what it's supposed to do, I mean, this kid's got talent, man. I really do. And if he smokes Emmers, that's just a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Like I would not be parlaying Douglas at this price because
I'm not doing that either.
Most of his win equity comes in like an early KO. Like, if he doesn't get an early KO, how does this fight look? If this fight makes it to round 3, is Douglas going to be looking like a minus 400? No.
Right.
I mean, that means Emmers either took the best shots and he's fine, or Emmers is like smothering him on the ground.
Sure.
So
I've learned my lesson with the googly eyes. This is 2 years ago, watching Douglas flatline T and Julian Rosa. I would have put this guy in a parlay. I would have made him, my lock of the night, all this stuff. I would have been real excited because I do think he's talented. But now, level-headed Brian goes, you know what? We still need to see more of this guy. Emmers is a crafty vet with some wrestling. Let's see how it plays out. But yeah, I will be betting Douglas. But yeah, I'm not going to parlay him or anything.
Crafty vets, sometimes they pull it out. Just look at
They really fucking do.
Where am I?
Neil Magny.
Dustin Stoltzfus, Neil Magny.
Neil Magny. Those boys are winning.
Boys, they know how to do it. All right. We'll get to the content this week on 3-Punch Combo. Go make your picks on 3punchcombo.com or download the app in the App Store. Make your picks. And the number 1 picker based on units up will get $200. Second place will get $100. Let's take a look at last week. A lot of negative last week.
Yeah, I did horrible.
Including myself. I'm pretty sure I was in the negative. But we did have a couple guys that fucking killed it on this card. HTX J Perk.
Nice. J Perk.
0.66 units on that crazy card. 8-2 on his picks. I'm sure he probably hit a couple big dogs.
Yeah.
but he won.
We got a guy that got JJ underscore.
JJ underscore won $100. So shout out to him last week for the contest on UFC 330. This week, get your picks in. I should pull up the picks.
While you're pulling that up, I did make a post of someone in the comments that can we talk about the Dean Thomas situation. I did make a post. Go there. A lot of good people chimed in on that post, on that thread, I should say. It's not. Oh, there it is. Yep. And, I just wanted to keep it classy and get everyone's opinion on the situation. I gave my opinion. I know Dean apologized to her on the next day. And then she, Jillian Robertson, since came out, says, I do not accept his apology. So there's obviously something going on there. And it sucks that it happened the way it did. But yeah, so if you want to know my thoughts, hey, Jive, comment on this, plus a bunch of other hardcore MMA fans, go to 3PC and there's a ton of people that commented, gave their 2 cents on what's going on with that situation. Because that's kind of a rarity in MMA. We get a coach that also is a TV personality that his fighter loses a title fight. He goes on the post-fight show and immediately makes it about himself and retires coaching. And then obviously everything blew up after that. People were very upset. I know John Anik had a passionate take on his podcast. He also tweeted out a few things. My boy Chris Curtis has had problems with Dean Thomas for a while. Don't know where that stems from. Yeah, don't know where that stems from. I haven't talked to Chris about it. He made a post on TikTok where him and Dean he's had a problem with Dean for a while for certain reasons. Sean Strickland kind of said some shit, but Sean Strickland
he's not done cornering. He's going to corner Sean Brady.
Oh, shit. Right. Okay. What?
He's out of retirement already.
He retired. That's even worse, bro. Yeah. Because I was thinking when he said, I'm done cornering fighters, and I was like, who else has he cornered? Because he was with American Top Team for many years. And then I know he's been cornering Jillian forever, and I knew he kind of worked with Sean, but I didn't know he cornered Sean. Yeah, that's but yeah, Strickland, another person. There's another person too that said some shit about him as well. But it doesn't matter. He got a lot of heat this past week, and if you want to know full opinions, go to 3PC and we'll talk about it.
I think the whole thing's stupid, honestly. Like, who gives a fuck? For one, why would the broadcast team or whoever sets this up, why would they have him on the show when he has to corner somebody that night?
Well, it's just like DC. I mean, he was fucking commentating Chapelin's fight. The guy's in his camp. Yeah. He said that was the littlest, the least amount DC talked the whole thing. Paul Felder one time recused himself and didn't comment on a Jared Gordon fight. And another time he left the commentary and went and cornered Jared Gordon in Abu Dhabi, right? Like he's done that, which I think is kind of a classy thing. DC's called Islam's fights, Khabib's fights, like, and I there's some people out there that think, that he is obviously clearly biased towards these people. I don't think he was bad on the Chapelin side. He just mentioned Chapelin cut a lot of weight, blah, 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 blah. And I think afterwards, after Charles Johnson, it was an incredible fight. I love that fight. Charles Johnson won the way he did. I think he was respectful and handled with class. But yeah, I think if a guy's in your camp, and I know DC's a big star for the UFC, people love him, you got to recuse yourself of the commentary just for that fight at least once, right? Have like Senko or someone on standby to pop in if you really need a third head on the commentary. But yeah, I think
it's all for clicks. I think
that's what people were saying. Yeah.
I think Dean is like a funny guy that will he'll say shit just to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And I think he knew in that fight, we're not winning this shit. Mackenzie Dern's clearly better.
See, so that's what bothered me the most, if I'm being honest with you. The corner work.
The corner work wasn't
because
good.
You got Ray MMA, anything could happen, right? And you got Ray Longo, who's been around forever. And for a fact, Ray's been in there in the second round or third round or fourth round or fifth round. Know his fighter's dead in the water. You think Rafe Longo's laying down and going, oh, just go out and do your best. And no, he's going, hey, look at that motherfucker. He's going nuts.
I mean, the corner work was shit, but like
that's what bothers me the most is he gave up mid-fight when anything can happen in MMA. Imagine if Leon Edwards' corner, which is amazing corner work, when he lost to when he beat, Kamaru. Imagine if his 5th round corner work was just like, yeah, well, we'll get him next time or whatever the fuck. Just no passion whatsoever. His corner work is like, you gotta go, Leon. We need it. Teddy Atlas, you're a fireman. You need juice. And there was no juice. And I'm like, this is your fighter you've been with for 7 years. And this is her world title shot. Is she fighting the best? No. Is she losing? Yes. Are you frustrated? Yes. But give her everything you got in that moment. And there's nothing. And I know we're 2 different people, and Dean is him, and everyone has different corners. But man, that bothered me more than anything. It's like he gave up in the fight.
He's like, well, we gotta get it to the ground.
It was
do something,
bro. Like the corner's there to give you advice, to protect you, and to motivate you. And obviously, I don't think Jillian was anywhere near getting stopped, right? But so he didn't need to protect her. He was giving her some advice, and she wasn't fighting a great fight, admittedly. And obviously, he's a human being that was frustrated. But where's the motivation? Bro, that 5th round corner advice, I'm like, what? Well, like, that's what you got in a title fight? Probably her only title fight?
If Dean's the main corner man, like, I don't think you can work on like as much broadcast stuff that Dean does and be a main corner man. Dude.
I agree with that.
There's so much stuff that you have to do like behind the scenes and all that. He said he's not like with her for a weight cut or anything. And he doesn't want to do all the stuff that's leading up to the fight. It's like, then don't do it. So I understand why he would want to retire.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't like the best time to do it, but like, I guess he's not doing it, but like still, like if you're going to be like the 3rd guy, like if you're Paul Felder and you're going to go be in the corner with
Jared, but you're not the main guy, right?
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah, main guy, like you're just there for support, like you're the fucking water boy, you're just there. Who cares? But like if you're the main corner person, you can't do both. Like you gotta
pick or choose, and that's what DC doesn't corner these guys, right? He lets his guys corner them. I think like the only time I've seen DC corner anybody was, I mean, I could be wrong here, but I know he cornered Kane when Kane fought, because him and Kane were really close, but that was before DC had that 3rd seat locked down, right? This is when DC maybe was still an active fighter, occasionally doing commentary. But I think, if you're really close to somebody and they're in your camp, right, I think you need to like recuse yourself. Like Michael Chiesa is calling the fights now. Like he called Contender Series. He's getting a shot up in Shanghai. If he becomes like a fight night guy that calls fights, I think you gotta recuse yourself if like Chase Hooper fights or if Julian Pena fight. Like those are his guys. Like I mean, how can you not like be biased? Like if, I think
it's fun.
If Chris Curtis fought, like I couldn't be just subjective and unbiased. That other corner, the other fighter would hate me if I was on commentary. They would hate me. You know what I mean?
Some people don't like it, but I think it adds more entertainment to it because like this is the problem that I think people get into with UFC is like they want it to be this professional, like everything should be professional. That's what the unprofessional is what makes the UFC fun. Is that it's not the fucking cookie cutter NFL bullshit.
No, you're right. And I love that. Like I love when Conor threw the dolly through the bus. I love when Khabib jumped over the cage. This is fighting, dude. We're not baking cupcakes. Like there's passion in it. That's why I got so worked up with the lackluster corner work, because you got to give it a y'all. We're fighting. You're literally fighting for your life, essentially. And this is what we get. You know what I mean? That's like, I love all the extra stuff. I love when they fight at press conferences. I love when, you know what I mean? They push and shove at press conferences. I love when Nate Diaz and Conor are throwing bottles at each other. I know it's super dangerous, but that makes our sport fucking fantastic. There's no pan answers. There's no like, yeah, we got to give 110%. It's a team effort out there and all that bullshit. Like I love that about it. But I just think when you're a cornerman, and I had no problem with anything Dean said when he said, I'm retiring. This is my last time cornering. And he took a little shot at her where he said, I think, I was going to ride this out till it was over. And I think she's as far as she can go or whatever. I think you didn't need to say that, right? Because that's going to hurt her feelings. And he didn't even say that to her.
Though. It's true.
Sure. But
say it to her. But it's fucking true.
Say it to her first and then go on TV and say it.
I get it.
He didn't even talk to her.
I get it. But you're giving him a mic like right after. What do you think he's thinking about? You think he's thinking about the fucking main event? No, he's thinking this girl that I've coached for 7 years just went out there, looked like shit in the biggest moment of her career.
Yeah.
This is it, man. Like, we're not ever getting back.
Agreed. But you got to tell her, right?
I get it.
I'm such a transparency guy that if I literally it was there's a guy at work, I'll be like, yeah, this fucking guy's lazy, he doesn't do anything, whatever. And the guy next to me be like, oh, you won't say that to him? I'll be like, hey, you need to pick it up. You're fucking lazy. Like, I am transparent. Like, I don't talk behind people's back. I say it directly to your face because that's the way it should be. And when you're making a professional decision like that, and you're right, it could have been for clicks. It might have been like, hey, look at me, I'm on the post-fight show. Let's draw up some views or whatever the fuck. Sure. Yeah. But you gotta talk to your fighter first. But go to 3PC and we'll have all these conversations. Top Man.
Yeah. We got a $20 dono from Top Man. Shout out to Top Man. Can't wait to see
Top Man.
Got cooked up for this Sacramento parlay on Friday when we do the Long Shots Only show. Shout out to Top Man. Maybe we'll cash a BBC parlay on this one. We got a couple possible. Mainly maybe in this one. Anthony Wint comes in at -1,000. Taking on Terrence Chapman. Chapman comes in at +661. So Anthony Wint won on the Contender Series in week 1, round 1 KO easy. He wanted to get on the card last week. They couldn't get an opponent, but they got him on this card to fight Terrence Chapman. Obviously, he doesn't have to cut weight. He's a heavyweight, so not have to worry about the weight cut, and he didn't really take any damage in that fight either.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence, 5-1. Only loss was by decision to Myron Dennis. They do have a common opponent. Anthony Wint actually went to a decision with him, and it was a split decision. The man by the name of Omar El Salah and Terrence Chapman knocked him out in round 1. So you do some MMA math, you might want to take a little shot on Terrence Chapman.
Hey.
But MMA math does not work. Both guys making their UFC debut. Wint likely to get a round 1 KO here. Chapman, I think he's got about a puncher's chance, but not really seeing much from Chapman that I like. And honestly, when I was watching tape on him, I thought, this guy reminds me of Jamal Pogues.
Okay.
Overweight, decent athlete, but just goes out there and fucking stares at you.
Yeah.
He's got a decent, right hand, but it's like a short right hand that he just kind of checks out there and it catches some guys, which it could catch Wint here. But if Wint let's go, he's going to be way faster. Probably hits a lot harder. Could take down Chapman as well.
Yeah.
And Chapman just doesn't do anything, man. He's like Jamal Pogues. He just fucking stares at you.
Right.
Maybe pumps a jab, a little low kick. Does nothing. Trains at 4 Ounce Fight Club, though, with Joshua Van. So, imagine Terrence Chapman and Joshua Van doing some sparring.
That'd be funny.
That would be funny. But Wint probably gets KO in round 1 here. BP, what do you think?
Yeah. Matt Adams is better than Terrence Chapman. Matt Adams, not the best fighter in the world. Matt Adams got a little bit of wrestling to him, has some decent wins on the regional scene, and ran through him. And Terrence Chapman, admittedly, I didn't get to do a full tape study on him. I did see some tape. Exactly what BigJive said. He's got an okay right hand. He's got some knockouts on his record against, some bums, but doesn't do enough. Just kind of stares at you. And Wint, as long as this guy can keep passing the fucking piss test, as long as this guy doesn't melt that fucking cup with his piss, he's going to be a problem because he's a freak athlete, 5'11" at heavyweight. I would love to maybe see a drop down to 205 if he can shave some of that fucking muscle off. But if not, fuck it. He's got a 78-inch reach for being 5'11". That's not that bad for heavyweight. And he's explosive, right? He's obviously taken to MMA pretty quickly, being 7-0 and being completely explosive and brutal power on the ground as well as ground and pound is very nice. I think that's probably the best part of his game. He can stand up and throw some big shots, but it's not the cleanest right now. I mean, obviously all that shit's going to get polished up, but yeah, this is Anthony Wynn. Anthony went by probably first round stoppage. I think he'll probably bulldoze Chapman, fucking Ray Lewis tackle over the middle, right in the center of the cage, and just pound his fucking head in. Again, I think when Went gets you to the ground, I think there's no passing the guard. There's no, let me, try to get the side control. It's punches and bunches. He's trying to clean you out, and he's going to do that with these low-level heavyweights until someone stops him. The most recent chat over there for Ortega, 24, under half round. Love it. I'll take under at half round as well. I think Anthony Went is going to come out here. He's turning around quickly. He wants to fight often, former NFL player, and they gave him a body in Terrence Chapman, who could maybe clip Went, right? That could happen, but I don't think he's fast enough. I think Went's too quick. I think Went's too fast everywhere. I think Went under half round, KO, TKO, book it, baby.
Under a half round on FanDuel, plus 186.
I like that.
Not a bad look. I would have liked to see more striking in Wynn's Contender Series fight.
It's not much.
Adams went for the takedown and just got stuffed and then pounded out. So, yeah. I mean, I like the viciousness Wynn brings to the cage. You know, if you're that big, you're that strong, you should use it.
And he's a football player, so he's hyped. There's no patience with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like when a play starts, like you're attacking, right? You're not waiting. There's no patience. He's gonna have to lean into the patience more as he gets further. But right now, you don't need patience for against Terrence Chapman.
Yeah.
You need to fucking pound his face in, and that's what he's gonna do.
He's like my boy Dante Johnson.
Yeah, Dante Johnson's got zero patience.
Knocks out fucking Meconico and then jumps on him and then elbows the ref.
He got 2 knockouts in one night. Yeah, the fucking poor ref got elbowed in his shit.
We absolutely love that. But yeah, give me a win. KO. Early. Easy. More women. See if BP knows chicks. Carly Judice.
I know chicks.
Comes in at minus 525. Takes on Yesa Chavez. Sits at plus 400. She's undefeated, but she's a huge dog here against Carly Judice, who's coming off her first decision win ever against Juliana Miller. Before that, all wins by KO. What do you think here, BP? Are we laying the juice on Carly Judice? Or we're taking the
I'm not gonna lay it I'm picking Judice. I think Judice her boxing is very, very good. It's crispy. That's her nickname. Her boxing is very, very good. And Chavez, 2 split decision wins in her time in the UFC so far. She's looked okay, right? Like she wants to get the fight to the ground. She's got okay. She's landed a few takedowns. Her last fight, I think she landed 3, but no subs to her name. That's how she kind of want to win. She's trying to figure out how she wants to win. Trying to figure out what kind of fighter she wants to be. She's KO lesser opposition, 4 decision wins. She's undefeated, but she's never fought anybody as crispy as Carly Judice. I think Judice runs through her. I would love to see a finish. I don't know if Judice is going to do that on Chavez. I think Chavez still has that undefeated mentality in her head of like, I'm not going to get finished. But Judice can obviously finish her. I think Judice is again, her boxing is phenomenal. It's crispy. Not much else to say here. Carly Judice, that's my play, baby. That's who I'm picking. And that's who I got, baby, because I know chicks. But I mean, this is an easy one. You don't got to know chicks to know this one.
Yeah, BP knows chicks, and I'm going to agree with him on this one. Give me Judice. Give me Judice easily. I don't think Chavez is good.
No.
She was an absolute fraud going into that Contender Series fight. She had not had a win over someone that has a win on their record.
Yeah, her record I don't know where the UFC finds. So, I mean, listen, I know with women, you get heavyweights and light heavyweights, and some of the women you got to scrape the bottom of the barrel. But I was shocked when she was on the Contender Series, and I looked her up when she fought, and I went, "Who the fuck? Why are they signing her?"
Yeah, and she won a split against Sofia Montenegro, who I also don't think is all that great. And then she beat Eunice Dubin. Dubin's garbage. Common opponent. Judice KO'd Dubin in round 1, and Dubin almost beat Chavez. So, yeah, I think it's Judice all day. What flavor Gatorade am I drinking? The 75% less sugar fruit punch.
Huh.
Yeah.
It looks very, I thought fruit punch was like red. That kind of looks pinky to me.
Yeah, it looks a little pinky. No
Did you do
artificial.
something to it? Did you lace it? Did you put some CBD
No,
in it or whatever?
this is the no artificial flavors, sweeteners.
Oh, okay, so less sugar. Gotcha.
No artificial colors. So,
Yeah, my kids, we had snow cone night at their school last night. So my daughter got to meet her fourth grade teacher. And then afterwards, you go to there's like a truck where you get a snow cone, you do your own flavors and shit. So my kids got like red and whatever, and the red was white. And I'm like, hey, I think the red's out of this flavor. No, it's no artificial flavor. There's no food coloring in any of them. So like everything came out white. So the snow cone looked like just regular ice, but it had flavor to it. I didn't get one, but yeah. It's interesting. Look at that. We're changing lives over here, babe.
It's the move now, No red 40.
No red 40.
No red 40 in the diet. That should be a staple for everyone out there. We don't need the food dyes. We don't need them.
Don't need them.
We're moving on to a lightweight bout. Not a flyweight bout. Graphics guy, another strike.
Golly.
Markel Medeiros comes in at plus 219, taking on Mason Jones. Sits at minus 265. Mason Jones. God, I mean, graphics guy, what are we doing here? Is this right? Last 5-0? That can't be right.
For Mason Jones?
No.
Not in the UFC. Oh, well, last 5.
Oh, yeah.
5-0. I thought you meant in the UFC. No, yeah. He's
5-0 in the last 5.
He went on a tear outside. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 of those was in Cage Warriors, 3-0.
Correct.
In the UFC in his second stint. Medeiros, 3-0-1 in the UFC. Hasn't had a loss coming off the draw against Chris Padilla, we talked about earlier. Medeiros training at the MMA lab at 29. Looks like he could be entering his prime. He's a big dog here against Mason Jones, who's coming off that big win against Axel Sola by decision and took Axel Sola's which was earlier this March in London. So he's coming over to the U.S., which the last time he was in the U.S., he fought Jeremy Stevens, won a decision there. So Mason Jones, one of my more underrated favorite fighters.
Yeah,
just
me too.
He brings the fight every single time. It's a fun time whenever you're watching a Mason Jones fight. Medeiros, not exactly one of my underrated favorite fighters, but he's a good fighter, and he's at a big price tag here. BP, are we taking a look at Medeiros?
I mean, it'd be irresponsible for me not to, but no, I'm not going to look at him. I love Mason Jones in the spot. Mason Jones is absolutely must-see TVs. He's incredibly well-rounded. He's got a good ground game. But he obviously primarily wants to stand up. Chin for days, cardio for days. Shouldn't have got cut in UFC to begin with, but maybe the best thing that happened to him, because he went back to the Cage Warriors and ran shit through there, got re-signed, hasn't lost since then, and he's looked fucking good doing it. Beating Axel Solo, busting up Axel Solo, and Axel has looked really good since that fight as well. I love that. Marco Medeiros, he's athletic. He moves pretty well. He put some punches together. There's punches where, like, you go back to the Austin Hubbard fight, he just didn't let it go. Split decision loss, but he just didn't let it go. He was afraid of the takedown, maybe. He was afraid of the pressure of Hubbard. 44 significant strikes wasn't enough. But then he starting to put it together with the volume his last 2 fights after that. And the Padilla fight and the fight before that was, I just had it in my head, the Chomsky fight. Mark Chomsky landed 110 strikes. The volume is going to be needed there. Because Mason Jones can get marked up. Mason Jones does not have the best defense in the world. Medeiros could land big strikes. He's got 6 KO on his record. However, I don't think he's the most powerful guy in the world. I don't know if he's really going to knock out Mason Jones. Mason Jones doesn't have one-touch power either. He's more of a smothering guy with your punches. He's going to wear you down. And I like that. I think Medeiros is going to have to move in this fight. I think he's going to have to use volume to beat Mason Jones. And I think Mason Jones is going to take a step back. I think he's going to step forward the entire time. He will be stepping on Medeiros' dick this entire fucking fight, putting his back against the cage, making him move side to side, making him work. Mason will take the shots to give the shots. I like Mason Jones, maybe even a 3rd round TKO. Going to be a fun fight, but I like Mason Jones in this spot. Not really feeling how he gets it done, if I'm being honest with you. I lean the KO. I like the decision as well. But for price standpoint, for purposes, I'm going to go with the KO. I think it's going to happen late. I think Medeiros is going to get broken down. And I think Mason Jones' forward pressure and it is just too much. Because, thing about Mason Jones, too, what I love about him is the reason he doesn't have the biggest power is he doesn't load up any shots. Like, everything's here. It's almost like he just bends his elbow and he lands on you. And that's all you're really need to do in a 3-round fight when you have cardio like him. So, love Mason Jones. Give me Mason Jones.
I'm semi with you. I just think the line's wide, man. I think the line.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
I'm like, Mason Jones for one, to me, is just against a competent opponent. When does he ever look like, minus 300? Like, if you're gonna,
I don't think he could ever look that, because every fight's like a dog fight.
exactly.
But he did look good against Axel Sola, who I do think is a good fighter.
He did, but it was a close fight.
Correct.
Where he had to dog out the third round to get the W.
Correct.
Which I could see him doing here. Round 3 is probably a great round for Mason Jones here against Medeiros. But I kind of expect Medeiros to have a pretty good round 1.
Yeah.
When it comes down to round 2, I guess I would say more finishing upside probably on the Jones side, but he's not really, getting a ton of finishes at the UFC level.
No.
And
I remember when he finished Oki, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, Mason Jones is back!" And
yeah,
Oki became
fucking gassed himself out bad.
But also Oki became he wasn't the fighter we all thought he was.
Oki gassed himself looking for a KO because he fucking nuked Jones in the first round, and then he got hurt himself, and then got taken down and mounted. This could be a classic Cage Warriors fade spot.
Oh, really?
I love me some Mason Jones.
No.
But
You're overthinking.
I mean, I could be overthinking.
Take your gummy, and come back to me.
I mean, I just think the line is a bit wide, man.
I'm not going to disagree with that. For a Mason Jones fight, I'm not going to disagree with that. You're right.
Medeiros is good. Like, he's a solid striker. I think he's going to be improving his grappling and takedown defense from fight to fight. Like, I think he has made a lot of great improvements over every single one of the fights that I've seen.
Yeah.
And Jones is very hittable. Yeah. He carries a lot of scar tissue. He bleeds a lot. And Medeiros is the much better defensive striker.
Yeah. He's probably a better athlete, quicker.
Yeah, a little bit quicker. So I wouldn't be laying Jones at this price. I do think the fight should go the distance, or at least the over looks pretty good to me. Neither guy's ever been finished. Fight goes the distance minus 145.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you like the Jones side, I would maybe go like round 3 or decision, just based on that. Hayden BP's about
Asset Legs fan. Hayden BP's about to don't do that to him. Asset Legs fan has been watching this show. He knows exactly what's up, man. This dude knows every
reaction. He was like,
he's playing chess. I'm playing fucking checkers, bro. He knows every move I'm about to do.
He read you pretty bad.
He really did.
But yeah, I mean, I think Medeiros' decision at what, plus 400?
Nice number.
I think it could be
it's a nice number.
Could be a close decision, And guys in the chat, I'm sure many, like Dixon says it all the time. Judges love Medeiros, man.
Yeah.
Judges love Medeiros.
Yeah, because he didn't beat Padilla, so you're right. They love him.
They fucking love him. They fucking love him. So be wary, man. I might take a shot on Medeiros.
Okay.
Or Medeiros decision, but I think it'll be a competitive fight. It should be a good fight. Mason Jones fights are always solid, but I think there's more value on the dog than the favorite for sure.
We'll see if Medeiros is about that life, because he's gonna get pushed.
Yeah, we'll see. Middleweight bout, we got Reina de Ritter coming in against Roman Dolidze. Dolidze plus 316, de Ritter minus 400. Dolidze more UFC experience, but de Ritter has been fighting more at the top of the middleweight division. I get these guys are moving up to 205.
Yeah, 205 now. De Ritter is done with 85. God, he's been so
light heavyweight. De Ritter's going up to 205. Dolidze moving up to 205. So both guys, former middleweights, going up to 205. De Ritter's been fighting at the top of the division at middleweight. Dolidze kind of getting towards the back of the rankings, outside the rankings. Last loss was to CLD. De Ritter coming off back-to-back losses as well to Brendan Allen and Kyle Bahalio, and Dolidze 3 years older. So big favorite price tag here on Reinier de Ritter. What do you think about it, BP?
Love RDR in this spot. Love him. I think Roman Dolidze, I've been saying forever, I thought he's been a bum since he came to the UFC, and he's gotten these wins. And it's like, well, if I call him a bum, it sounds like I'm a hater, right? And he's got a couple good wins, but ever since he laid his fucking big Georgian dick and Cheyenne Velismus and she started pumping out kids. He hasn't been the same fighter. I like that he's going up 205. I love that De Ridder is going up 205 because RDR is fucking huge, massive. And I think the weight cut has really plagued him his last 2 fights. I think De Ridder is an awkward dude on the feet. I think both these guys are awkward. Their striking is not good. I think Delitze's got big power. I think De Ridder's got a good clinch. Other than that, their striking is not good. They both make their bread and butter on the ground. I think De Ridder is light years above Delitze on the ground. I think if De Ridder gets on top, I think he can pick and choose what he wants to do. I'm going to take your arm. I'm going to take your neck, whatever he wants to do. I think Delitze, at this point, he's 38 years old, but I just don't think he's UFC quality. He landed 10 strikes over Christine Leroy Duncan. You look uninspired in that fight. You know what I mean? I'm completely off Delitze. I don't like him at all. De Ridder would have been my empty to clip. I would have put him in a parlay, but minus 400 is high. He's coming off 2 ugly losses. But again, I really do think that weight cut just completely drained him and fucked with him. But the 2 losses he's coming off of are over really good guys. So it's not like he's losing to bums. But I think he's at the ripe age now to really kind of, if he goes in here and he buzzsaws through Delitze at 35 years old, 205 being his new home, I think it should be very interesting because De Ridder likes to fight a lot. He fought, like 4 times or something when he first signed the UFC, cutting all that weight to 185, him at 205. If he gets on a nice little schedule, stays healthy, he's going to be a fun addition to 205 because, he's got really good ground game. And Kevin Holland said he's never felt strength like that when he was on the ground with him. So I like De Ridder. I like De Ridder by sub. I think it's plus 240 on DK. Let me double check that for everybody. Yeah, plus 240 submission on DK. And Delitze, obviously, he's lost by submission before. He likes to fancy himself as a grappler. He early in his career, he look at his corner and be like, "You want me to pull the leg lock?" And he would jump down to do a leg lock, and he would never get it. And it's like, you look like an idiot. So De Ridder could maybe just get on top and TKO him. Delitze get tired holding that weight when he's on the bottom. But I think De Ridder, bread and butter submission. I think he's really smooth on the ground. He's got a good dart stroke. He's got a good Kimura. He's kind of got good everywhere, especially when he's on top. So, give me Hernandez or give me RDR. I love it.
Yeah, I got a soft spot for RDR because he's kind of that DDP 2.0.
Sure.
I love me some DDP. But I can't lay the price here on De Ridder, man. Minus 400 on De Ridder.
Lay it and don't think about it.
It screams nightmare. It really does. Because if he gets stuck on the feet with Delitze, he is not looking minus 400.
Delitze is going to run right into that fucking knee that De Ridder always throws. Delitze's fucking big beard done.
There's a lot of flaws with De Ridder, man. And at minus 400, you better be damn sure. Delitze's not a bad grappler.
No.
So if he gets taken down, is he just going to get insta sub? No.
I think he's going to get worked on the ground.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really do.
Grappling's not my specialty. So, maybe De Ridder is that much better. But, I think Delitze can hold his own. De Ridder's wrestling's also shit.
It's not good.
Yeah, he's a terrible wrestler.
He's got a good clinch takedown because, I said, he's strong, but that's it.
He's not a good wrestler. Hip toss.
Yeah, the hip toss.
He's pretty good at getting it early in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But if it takes him 4 minutes to get it and he has a minute to get a sub.
Sure. Well, and the one thing I will say, I sucked De Ridder's dick a little bit in that breakdown. I don't trust his cardio. Even at 205, he's got to prove it to me. Yeah. His cardio is always going to be very suspect for me.
You have a minus 400 that has quit in the fight or on the stool twice.
Yeah.
And you have a underdog in Roman Delitze who is extremely hard to kill. Like, very fucking hard to kill. CLD couldn't do it. The only guy to do it was Fluffy, and that was because he out-cardioed the fuck out of Delitze.
Yeah.
Imavov damn near killed him in round 1, and he still made it to decision. Like, he's a tough motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And if, De Ridder doesn't get him out of there in round 1 or expends a lot of energy, he starts to slow down, then I don't like it. The thing is, I look at this matchup and I kind of think, Delitze's never like a good cardio guy. Never has been, never will be, but he's not going to quit on himself.
No. Yeah, De Ridder will quit. Hopefully De Ridder, everything he said about the weight cut's true. Because, But he fought when he quit on Malkin. I believe that was that at 205? Was that 85? So he did fight Antonio Malkin outside the UFC at 185 and 205. That was 205 that he quit. Okay.
Yeah.
And so he went up and quit him. Yeah.
Delidze's the better striker. Even though Delidze's not like an amazing striker, RDR is.
I think he's got more power. I don't know if he's a better striker, though. Delidze's striking is gross.
DeRitter's got like a decent jab sometimes, but
that up knee's good.
Dude, just optics wise, DeRitter
They're
has
both ugly, though.
Really bad looks. DeRitter has some awful looks optics wise. I mean, he is like falling all over the place. He will whiff on a punch and like he looks like a baby deer. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying at minus 400, RDR is not the guy when he doesn't have like a clear grappling advantage. Honestly, I think I pick him to win, but I kind of think he's going to win this fight by decision based on him having like a little bit more cardio. But like, even then I'm like, I don't know that I would, bank on him having better cardio because Delidze, I think recently just has not shown a ton of like stuff that I would love,
Well, the CLD fight, I know CLD is very frustrating, right? The fight, but he looked like he didn't want to be there. He's like,
he didn't look good, but he still won the third round.
Well, he doesn't give up on himself. Exactly. You're right. I mean, that's the point you're making that I agree with.
He didn't want to be there. Why did he win the third round? Like what he clearly wants to be there. He looks like he's training hard. He's the guy that has more power on the feet. He's also pretty good in the clinch. Like I know RDR's kind of known for that clinch, but RDR kind of thrives when he's the much bigger guy. Like look like when he beat up Bo Nickel in the clinch, when he beat up Robert Whitaker in the clinch.
Yeah.
Delidze is a strong motherfucker who's usually the one initiating clinch sequences. So I feel like if Delidze can stay off the ground here, this is at worst a 50-50 fight. But even if it's on the ground, is RDR that much better? Like these are two guys that have been in the rankings. Who has RDR submitted in the rankings?
Let me look that up.
I mean, he wasn't ever really close to getting a sub on.
Bo Nickel ranked, which I mean, he did submit him.
He wasn't close to getting a sub on Brendan Allen. He wasn't anywhere close to getting a sub.
He got smoked by Brendan Allen.
I mean, I mean,
you're making your plea, and I respect it, but it's RDR time, baby.
Okay. All right.
Are you picking Delidze? Or you're not picking RDR? I'm
not picking RDR. Bro.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's just I haven't made a picks video this week, and I don't think I'm going to because I don't have time. But gun to my head, sure, I'd take RDR. I think he probably wins a decision based on getting some takedowns, getting some top time. Delidze's takedown defense is not very good. I just don't think he's gonna like work him on the ground, and he's not gonna do well on the feet. Like what are the props on this fucking fight? What is Delidze KO?
Delidze KO on DraftKings is plus 700, him to win by submission, plus 1,800, him to win by decision, plus 800 for Delidze. So listen, the spread on Delidze is great. If you're a Delidze backer, pick your poison, bub. You're gonna get if you think he's gonna win by finish, I mean, you're looking at some good money. You think he's gonna get a decision win? That's 8-1.
What's a Delidze inside the distance decision, no action? UFC Sacramento.
Delidze.
Plus 225.
Yeah.
I think that's a solid bet, dude.
If you like wasting money, go ahead, but I'm not gonna stop you.
I don't think DeRitter's finishing him. If he does, I'll be surprised. But plus 225 on if Delidze gets a finish, cool. If it goes to decision, we get our money back. It's not bad.
Delise got submitted by Fluff Hernandez, who is small, and I think the Ritter's just going to work him on the ground. I really do.
Yeah, because Fluffy and DeRitter have the same gas tank. Yeah.
but he's small. The Ritter's big.
It
took Fluffy 4 rounds. It's going to take the Ritter 4 minutes.
It's not a skillful sub, BP.
It's going to take the Ritter 4 minutes. Fluffy 4 rounds because he's so small.
All right, whatever.
The Ritter by sub. I feel it.
Let's go to the co-main. We got a heavyweight bout. Sergey Spivak comes in at plus 125. Vitor Petrino minus 145. Petrino 7-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last 5. 3 wins since moving up to heavyweight. He's 28, taking on the 31-year-old Polar Bear, who's 9-6, 2-3 in the last 5, coming off the win to Ante Dalia. Spivak might be a popular underdog here, BP, but what do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, I like Petrino at heavyweight. I like that he's not messing with 205 anymore. Against the Asplin fight, he had Asplin hurt a couple times. He got hurt a couple times. He's a guy that throws big power, loads up on shots, and then gets tired, and then moves and has to regenerate. Okay, let that health bar go up. Let that health bar go up. Okay, it's up again. Let me throw my big shots. Boom, boom, boom. He's not out yet. Okay, let me fucking regenerate. Let me regenerate. Spivak's a good grappler. He's going to initiate some takedowns here. He's heavy on top. He's got some good submissions. I'm interested to see how Petrino deals with that. But Spivak's chin's failed me in the past. I've bet him before, and he's been knocked out before. His chin isn't the best in the world. But, he's had some good wins in the UFC as well. Again, him on top is heavy. Really curious to see how Petrino's going to handle that. But I like Petrino by knockout. I think he's going to catch Spivak. I think he's faster. I think that explosiveness that he has in there, that the shots he landed on Steven Asplin, I think are going to be, if they land on Spivak, I think Spivak's fucking dead. I think he's going to die. I think he's going to fall over. So give me Petrino by knockout. Maybe knockout round 1. I think if Petrino doesn't get the finish in round 1, I think you maybe start running to the window and maybe looking at Sergey Spivak, maybe decision or submission later in the fight. Because again, Petrino can slow down. You slow down at heavyweight, and you got this big motherfucker on top of you looking for Kimuras, looking for arm bars and shit, looking for your neck. You might just give it to him to get out of there because you're fucking tired. So, Petrino early knockout, and then Spivak, if he gets out of round 1, submission likely. But yeah, give me Petrino for the pick officially because I'm going to play him by knockout.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. I'm old enough to remember when Turkali took down Petrino 5 times, which was not a good look. But since then,
you talking about the Pleasure Man?
Pleasure Man.
Antonio Turkali?
5 times. But since then, nobody's taken him down. And, I think Spivak probably needs takedowns here to win.
Yeah.
But his striking's looked okay.
It's definitely gotten better. It's not the worst.
He looked pretty decent against Dalia. But Dalia was kind of just like walking into a jab the entire time, trying to kill him. And he just kept doing the same thing of walking into a jab.
Right. By the way, before you finish, why is this the co-main event? RDR should be the co-main event.
Yeah, I would agree.
What are we doing here? All right. I don't know what they're doing.
But Petrino's not going to pressure. He's not a pressure guy. He's kind of just going to stand across from you and wait for opportunities to throw big hook,
pot shot, and then okay, I'm tired.
Yeah,
rejuvenate.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. He's fast for the division. He's puts looping hook combinations together, but they got a lot of power on him, and he looks like a decent grappler. I think Spivak needs to get this fight to the ground, which he could, but he's not really a wrestler, bro. He's the judo guy,
sure,
chuck you over your head.
Yeah, he likes to close the distance with and push you against the cage and look for takedown. He's not going to shoot a double across the fucking middle of the cage. No, yeah, he's got to get you on the cage to get you down. And Petrino knows that, but the cardio is the issue. Can Petrino's maybe he's cardio makes a lot of men weak, and you get put up against that cage, I get to rest a little bit. And Spivak goes, no, you don't. Fucking polar bear whip on your goddamn head.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think Spivak, if he gets it to the ground, he gets on top, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I 100% agree. So I think it is kind of dog or pass based on the price. If it got to like a pick'em, I could maybe argue for Petrino, but I think it's kind of dog or pass. I think it's closer to like a 50-50. If Spivak gets on top, I mean, Petrino hasn't had a heavyweight on top of him, and he's not like Peterson, who's going to be shooting,
Well, hang on. We've never seen his wife, so we can't say he hasn't. Hey, shots fired at Petrino.
Peterson shoots like doubles and singles.
Yeah.
And Petrino's just faster and can dig underhooks because he's so damn strong. Spivak might just fucking toss him based on technique. He got that technique. All right, that polar bear technique to toss him, get on top, be heavy, land ground and pound. And with the jab, you know, he could be okay on the feet as long as he can keep that high guard and not take any big shots. So, yeah, I guess I'll go Spivak here with the underdog pick.
Okay. A little doggy action.
Middleweight bout. We got Anthony Hernandez comes in at -171 in the main event. Gregory Rodrigues comes in at +150. Gregory Rodrigues 10-3 in the UFC. Fluffy 9-3. Both men 4-1 in the last 5. Fluffy coming off the loss to Sean Strickland, where he was a big favorite. Shot one takedown and got KO'd in the third with a body shot. Not something that Sean Strickland does a lot, getting finishes. Gregory Rodrigues, known for his finishing ability, especially on the feet with his big power. He's on a nice little streak here, coming off the KO win over Bruno Ferreira. Got that one back after he got KO'd by him in Bruno's UFC debut. You zoom out a little bit. Gregory Rodrigues 6-1 in his last 7 fights. Anthony Hernandez was on a 8-fight win streak. 8 or 9. 8-fight win streak before the Strickland loss. So he's 8-1 in the last 9, and RoboCop 6-1 in the last 7. So both guys have had a lot of success recently. Which side are you going with here, BP?
Yeah, I love this fight. I love a main event that really has me going, which side? I think these guys, it's so interesting because you can make a case for both of them. You really can. You could put, I wouldn't be surprised if someone's going to load up Hernandez or load up Gregory Rodrigues, regardless of the line. So you got Hernandez, who came in and worked with Sean Strickland after losing to him. Sean brought him in for the Chimaev fight. Hernandez liked being in Vegas and training there so much, he did this camp in Vegas, right? Working with the champ and rounded out his game. RoboCop, obviously, I believe, is he America Top Team or is he Killcliff or whatever?
Killcliff. Sure.
Killcliff, yeah. So he's down there in Florida, staple camp. Know what you're going to get from him. You look at RoboCop's record, though. He's never really fought a pure grappler. Yeah. Roman Kopylov took him down twice, but you look at the record, it's all strikers. Jared Cannonier, Jared Cannonier took him down once, but I wouldn't really call Jared Cannonier a grappler. There's no wrestlers on his record. He's getting all strikers, and that suits him. I think Gregory Rodrigues has a little bit of a chin issue. 4 KO losses, that worries me, obviously. George Williams knocked him the fuck out. Bruno Ferreira got him. He's been knocked out before, but his power, his offense is night and day compared to Fluffy. Now you got Fluffy, whose wrestling is elite. His cardio is even more elite. His submission game is there. Gregory Rodrigues, I know, has a jiu-jitsu background, apparently a high-level jiu-jitsu background. I don't know really if he was a competition jiu-jitsu guy, but he has, a good jiu-jitsu background, at least on paper. We haven't really seen it. This is the crux of my argument here. This is the crux. I could ramble on days and days. I love this fight so much. Anthony Hernandez can go out there and take RoboCop down and make it look easy. Rinse and repeat. Take him down, beat him up. RoboCop got all those big muscles, slow down. Fight's over, right? Hernandez wins like he always does. However, Hernandez is a bit soft. When Hernandez can't do that to you, he folds. Just like what happened to Strickland, just like what happened to Kevin Holland back in the day. His body is open, his body is weak. RoboCop, if he minds his P's and Q's with his takedown defense and he lands, he finishes combinations with his boxing, which is very good, to the body. Hernandez does not like that. He's been stopped with a body shot too many times for me to trust that body. And when he started this camp, I know he's not the most ripped guy in the world, but when he started working with Sean Strickland and they were posting stuff on social media, he looked extra soft to me, more soft than he ever had. So I feel like he came into this camp a little out of shape. Now he's going against RoboCop with just tremendous power. So I'm literally going against Hernandez's cardio and grappling over RoboCop's power. And I never get RoboCop right. So what I'm about to say, please fade me. I like RoboCop. I like RoboCop by knockout. I think he's going to catch Hernandez. But I can't get this guy right for the fucking life of me. but I'm going to go RoboCop. I just think his powers going to be too much. I think if he can stuff at least one or two of Hernandez takedowns, land big shots, I think Hernandez is mentally going to just kind of fold and quit, and it's going to be a problem for him. I like RoboCop, and I think he gets it done within 2. But this is such a good live betting spot here too. If for whatever reason you bet RoboCop 1 or 2 KO, he doesn't get it. Hernandez 4, 3, 4, and 5. It's that's there's a blueprint to win here, no matter how you play it. But right now, pre-flop, I like RoboCop KO.
Yeah, I don't even know why you would bet this fight before, unless you're taking RoboCop.
Right?
Like Fluffy's not as good of a striker. He's not even that great of a wrestler. He just has elite pace and breaks you over the course of 5 rounds. So, yeah, I would just wait to live bet Fluffy if you like Fluffy, or maybe just go into the fight with like a fight ends round 1, like not necessarily even RoboCop round 1, because RoboCop's been knocked out a couple times in round 1.
His chin is an issue.
Fluffy doesn't have crazy power, but you never know. Like,
you never know. I never think RoboCop. I mean, he's a fun fighter. He'll never touch the title because of that chin. It's just a Dean Thomason. I'm giving him some hard truths. Okay, he won't touch the title because of the chin. The chin it's bad. He got knocked out by Joel Williams, who's a 170-pound diabetic. It's just not gonna happen.
Fight ends round 1 is plus 300, plus 450 on fight ends round 2. You go into that fight with both of those, and then you can wait for a live entry on Hernandez, because I don't think he's getting RoboCop down early.
No, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, RoboCop should be able to land on Fluffy, because Fluffy's not hard to hit either. Doesn't have great defense. RoboCop hits like a truck, and he's probably going to be looking to land that right hand. And if he does, Fluffy's not chinny by any means. He can take a shot on the chin, but the body's the question. RoboCop doesn't really attack the body that much. So, I kind of lean towards Hernandez weathering the storm and taking over late. But, it's a matchup that's tough to predict because Rodrigues hasn't faced any wrestlers. No. So,
I mean, Roman Kopylov gets you down twice. I got to imagine Fluffy's going to get you down.
Yeah, but like those takedowns weren't really, he didn't do anything with the takedowns.
Right. And that's the thing about Fluffy too, is he takes guys down and they always get back up until like the 4th or 5th where he eventually takes it down, right?
They were also like, he caught off guard. Like,
sure,
yeah. Like one was like an upper body throw, and then the other one, he like kind of caught a kick, which was kind of interesting to see that one, because RoboCop went for a leg right away, and then like Kopylov just kind of stood up. So
I've heard people train with RoboCop, and they're like, his jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. It's so good. Yeah. We've just never really seen it. I mean, does he even have a submission win on his record? I don't think so. This is a guy that just loves his hands. No, he doesn't have a submission win on his record.
Not in the
All
UFC.
KOs.
Not in the UFC.
Not in the UFC. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, not in the UFC.
But everyone has been playing it for like many times.
I fell into that trap.
I've heard grapple, right?
I've heard if RoboCop gets you down, he's fucking sick. He's got a great arm bar. He's strong. Oh, I fucking has fallen into that trap numerous times. I've never won money off RoboCop. I've never won money betting against him.
Really?
I've never, this guy is my kryptonite. But I'm just telling you how I see it. So again, bet Hernandez.
Guess what the RoboCop subline is?
I mean, what, 20-1 maybe?
20-1.
Yeah. I swear I didn't look at it. I was gonna say 18-1. They think Delete has a better chance of submitting De Ritter than RoboCop on. Okay, interesting. See where Vegas heads at. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
because Fluffy's been submitted before. I mean,
yeah, you got not by anybody like that.
Good. No, I mean he really cleaned up his game, but like he's been submitted. Yeah, right. Marcus Perez, the Joker, got him. I mean,
yeah. I mean, that's how you beat Fluffy. Like, you got to kill him, because if he gets his game off, you're donezo.
Yeah, you got to. Sean Strickland shut his fucking game down so quick. Hernandez is like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I can't beat this guy unless I do what I want to do. And he can't do what he do, and he got put out.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a super chat we missed. You want to get to that before people revolt? Oh, there's a couple super chats.
$4.99 for Mahar.
That's Andy 1975, the Gamrot boy.
Going all in on a bet because I feel it in my bones, as EP would say. Is it better to take a HELOC / second mortgage or just cash advance my credit cards?
If you got cash advance in your credit cards, probably that would be best. You know, if you got all those points added up and they send you some cash or whatever, as long as you can get it next day. Sometimes they're like, we'll mail you a fucking gift card, or no, fuck you, put it in my account. You know what I mean? I want my points now. Don't mail me some fucking prepaid gift card with my points. But yes, please. Second mortgage is rough. Don't know how much your house is worth, but just do the advance on the credit cards.
They're my points, and I want them now. Ryan Hurst, 8563. I'm behind on the show, but shit talking doesn't always make the fights better. Cop versus Makayev, great example. That is true. There are some duds.
Sure.
But I feel like, I mean, if you're going to talk the shit, you back it up.
But with that fight being said, that fight wasn't great, but the crowd was into it because Makayev was pulling the shorts and Cap was mad. There was still some heat, even though the fight stunk. But yeah, I mean, not all fights are great with the shit talk. I mean, look at the Tito Ortiz, Ken Shamrock fights. Besides Tito Ortiz, Ken Shamrock won, the rest of the fights are complete fucking duds. And they hated each other. They fucking were death threats and shit between those two. So yeah, I mean, not all the time, but it makes it a little juicier, especially for a psycho like me. I prefer the shit talking.
Yeah. I feel like if you don't back up your shit talk, then people are just gonna never believe you again.
Right.
But like,
unless you're the Diaz bros, they get away with everything for some reason.
That is true.
Yeah. Nate Diaz hasn't won a fight in how long, but people still believe everything. He's 40 something. Oh, they still, Nate Diaz. Like, he's still talking about coming back to UFC and being champion. It's like, he wants to fight Islam. He thinks he can beat Islam. It's like, brother, what are we doing? Love the confidence, but yeah. All right, let's rip some.
Let's rip some. If this will load. What the hell?
Do you work on a Mac or a PC? What's your setup over there?
PC.
PC?
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, come on, bro. We're gonna do this right now. We gotta rip some packs, dog.
We're trying to rip some packs, brother. What
the hell? See, I would load. Yeah, there we go. I would load them up before the show, but when I tried to do that one time, I pulled a fucking banger card.
Mm-hmm.
The Kaboom. Shavkat.
Shavkat Kaboom.
Shavkat Kaboom.
Shavkat is what I call him every once in a while.
Now I'm like, I don't want to touch it because it might just randomly.
No, I get you. I put some bets in before Saturday, but I used to have to drive to Indiana to place my bets for years. So I still, if I bet it early, it's not the same. I got to do it on Saturday. I got to, I have a notebook. I write everything down. I got to sit down and bet them all. I'm a little superstitious with shit too. All right, I'm going to say I'm superstitious to say I'm just a little stitious.
Little stitious.
Shout out Michael Scott. Here we go. Ripping a pack. Andre Muniz.
Shit
in the UFC anymore?
Shit in my face, dude. No, he's been knocked out like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, he got cut, right?
Shit should be worthless.
He was the next big thing, jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh my god!
And he goes out there and gets fucking embarrassed.
Oh my god. Muniz is absolutely terrible.
Dog water.
Honestly, feel like I just robbed him for $70, selling that back because it should be worthless. Give me something better. Give me something better. Give me the $5,000 Dana White and Max Holloway card, eh?
Let's fucking go. We need that one, huh? Hafiz Eve. That's a cool looking card, but I mean low value. But
yeah, we're selling that.
The actual look of it was
couple duds. Couple duds
on this beautiful Wednesday night. What have we done?
Did you see that Anderson Silva card I pulled on Friday?
I did not. No, I saw someone in the chat ask about it.
I'll show it to you after this. I swear I get better polls on Friday. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's like an $800 card.
That's not bad, brother.
Anderson Silva rookie. First fight when he fought Chris Lieben.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I remember him coming over, and I love Lieben. Lieben was like from the Ultimate Fighter, you know, I used to steal his line all the time. I'll walk into the cage smelling like booze and dirty strippers and still put the stamp on you. I loved it. And then when Anderson came, I knew Anderson was going to run through him because I had seen Anderson Pride and then Cage Warriors. Misha Tate. Oh, another 40-year-old. She just turned 40. Happy birthday, Misha Tate.
PSA 7.5. These are absolute duds.
One more. Just one more because you're frustrated. You need your gummy. One more. For the boys.
Fine, one more. If we get another dud,
we have to be done.
Yeah.
I won't look because that has helped before. Although reminds, I got a little bit of sinus, allergy, itchy eyes.
Live next weekend watch party for UFC Shanghai. If that's an early card, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, they always cater to China. It'll be 3 4 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah, it might have to, honestly.
Ooh.
Johnny Walker. Dude, it just got worse. It got worse. It literally got worse.
Yeah.
It got worse.
If you're going to give us a Walker, give us at least a Walter Walker fucking taking someone's leg off.
It got worse. Do we dare do enough? We're doing
I
one.
wouldn't. All right. You're pulling. You're ripping, bro.
This shit is brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
YG Davis said 3 a.m. prelim, 6 a.m. main card. All right. Looks like I'm waking up. Fucking
Question
early.
for the chat, though. Can I take a small edible?
Of course. People want to see high jive, as someone said.
I might say some weird shit, though.
Someone said in the chat. Yeah, but you're a normal person. Weird shit's. I say weird shit all the time. As long as you're not a hateful person, then it's fine. You're a normal guy.
That's fair.
Christina De Silva. Okay. Oh, but that's somehow got good value.
Yeah, because she's got some promise. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. $200 card.
Should end on that. Or do you want to rip again?
No, I think we'll end.
All right.
We'll end on that. I got to show you my Anderson Silva card.
Let me see it.
This Hoist Gracie should be in your account very soon, BP.
Okay.
2009 top round 1 silver.
I remember that.
Silva.
Spike TV, main event, fight night. Ooh.
Sell it now for $826.
And I remember because that was his debut, and my boy, Rich Franklin, Cincinnati Zone, he was a teacher at my high school, was the champion. And when Anderson ran through Chris, I'm like, oh shit, that guy's going to fight Rich next. And I immediately got nervous. And that's what happened. And he fucking ran through Rich and rearranged his nose. And obviously the rest is history because Anderson's a fucking man. But yep, those good old days.
Go rip some cards. HomoFightCards.com. Hopefully you get something better than I did. They're out there.
They're out there. We just didn't get them tonight. They're out there. Oh, shit.
All right, we'll get to the segments. Empty the clip. We got the dog of the week, first ever dog of the week from both of us. 3-punch parlay and a sicko parlay. BP, who are we emptying the clip on?
He's from Wales. Mason Jones, baby. So Asset Legs fan knows me. He knows he probably knows my social security number at this point. Yeah, it was Mason Jones. I love Mason Jones in the spot. I wouldn't advise many people to probably load up on him because like Hayden made some good points and it could go to a decision. It can get a little dicey. But I like the gamble. And I think Mason Jones, it's just got too much fucking dog in him for Medeiros. I think Medeiros will do a little bit of a pretty boy. He's only had 12 fights. Mason Jones is going to make him fight and put her on his boy. It's going to be Mason Jones, baby.
Good luck. Good luck on the Jones bet.
Good luck, he says.
Good luck.
Who you got?
Well, we're not on the same empty the clip like we were last week.
Sure. Which cast, by the way, you're welcome.
It did. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Jack.
I was going to do it whether you did it or not. All right, this week we're emptying the clip. Another woman, Carly Judy. Okay. And I know she's like a minus 500 favorite. So I'm going to give you the minus 3.5 points, Brad.
Okay.
I think it's around minus 200. I think
I like that.
I think she could 30-27 her.
Yeah.
I will get Scarlett Judy's easily this week. So she's my empty the clip.
Nice.
Let's
Don't
do it.
have any problem with that.
Look at
Ooh,
this.
dude.
Oh,
You might need to get some neck tattoos, bro. I don't do the face.
no face.
What would your lady think about some neck tattoos? I know my wife would love it. Everyone else would not.
What is that? Like a grizzly bear?
Looks like kind of a bear, yeah.
Grizzly bear right there. I mean, it could look good. Could look
Yeah.
good. It'd be hella painful.
Oh,
but
yeah. I can't imagine that on the neck.
First ever dog of the week. We're gonna keep track of this. Shout
Yeah.
out to the chat for bringing the idea and asking for it. We're gonna deliver. So the first ever dog of the week. Roll BigJive.
Dan Iverson. Wow.
Kennedy and Zetchku.
Oh, bro.
Oh, gross. You don't like it?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
For your first dog of the week, you bring this guy out?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bringing him out. All right. And it's probably a bad look as far as, you want dogs that are just going to go in there and die on their shield. And Kennedy's not really that guy, but he's an underdog, man. And I think he can win.
Okay.
I think he has a pretty solid chance to win this fight.
All right.
Plus 120. Yeah. I'll take Kennedy as my dog of the week for the first ever. I was going to load up some like.
Look at the picture of me, dude. Look at my titty. Look at my fucking titty in the white beater, dude. Oh, shit. That's funny.
I was going to load up a sound, but I forgot. So we'll have that next week.
Okay.
Of some dogs barking. But BP, who's your dog of the week?
I'm going to give you a real dog. Hobo cop. This guy's going to fight for money. And again, as long as it's between rounds 1 and 2, we got a good shot at cashing. What is he? Plus 150, plus 142. Give me fucking Hobo cop. Gaggy is.
Hobo cop, dog of the week, first ever for BP. Good luck to anyone that's
Hate it, BP. YG Davis says, come on, bro.
3PC parlay. BP with the leg number 1. You failed this last week. This week, you're going with.
You had to remind people. Yeah, Petrino. And people are going to hate it. I get it. I could win that. I don't want to go too high on these, and minus 140 seems like a good play. I almost win them by KO, but I backed off that play, so I went Petrino.
We do got some units to make up, so.
We sure do.
That, because I went a little bit of a different direction. I'm going to just take the under 1.5 in the wind fight.
Okay.
As a parlay leg. Minus 325, but I'm looking at some of the chalk on this card, and I'm just not super confident in it, but I'm pretty sure that fight's ending within the first 7.5 minutes. And then the third leg, I'm throwing in my empty the clip just on the money line.
Yeah.
Empty the clip on the money line. It gets us to
plus 167. Listen, you're not gonna pay off your home with this. I don't know what depending on how much money you put on it, but listen, that's gonna cash, baby.
Yeah, we'll get us
3PC parlay. We got to cut that number. We're not even. I mean, 6 and 20 is just gross. We're doing it.
Get us back on track, and in the win column. BP sicko.
It's sick, boys.
He went pretty sick this week. So
it's sick. Last week I went for 0 for 3. I'm swinging for the fucking fences this week. Hope you like KOs, boys. Mason Jones KO. Gonna be late. Petrino KO. Gonna be early. Hobo Cop KO, good to be early. 37.70, Bob.
That's your empty the clip, your 3PC parlay leg, and your dog of the week, all by KO.
All tied together, baby. You know what I mean? There's always people in the comments like, you're never supposed to parlay plays that you've already had and mix things up, and that's better gambling. You shut the fuck up. Okay, this is what it is. 3 KOs. 37-1. Let go. I almost did 4 legs. I almost did RDR by submission. I swear I had it in there, and I said, don't get too greedy. And I backed off.
I don't hate it. I did a similar thing to you, BP, on my sicko parlay. I went with my empty the clip.
Okay.
And my dog of the week.
Okay, smart.
I got a little smart with it in a way where if they both cash in a way that I think that they can cash, then that means we cash big. first leg. Nzechukwu by KO.
Okay.
Round 2 or 3.
Okay.
Gazif, not a great gas tank.
No.
He's hittable. Kennedy
Sure
Nzechukwu, you look at a lot of his wins, he's not the fastest starter. Now, he does have 2 KOs in the first round in the heavyweight division, but both of them came within the last minute of the first round, and they're both against absolute bums. But you look at his other KOs in the UFC, round 2 against Iwan Cutelaba, round 3 against Carl Roberson, round 3 against Danilo Marquez, round 2 against Carlos Olberg. Anytime he gets a KO in the UFC against a competent opponent, it's always in round 2 or 3. So plus 480, that's going to juice up this parlay pretty nicely. And then we go with Carly Judice, round 2 or 3 KO.
Okay.
390. And that gets us to plus 2742.
Oh, just 2 legs. All right.
2 legs. Plus 2742.
Man, if Carly Judice loses, there's a good chance you're gonna light something on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in piss. I'm not gonna be in straight piss. Like,
yes, sir.
My dog's gonna be pissing all over me. I'm gonna be pissing everywhere. I'm gonna be sitting in piss on Saturday night. So hopefully that does not happen. We got one last
super chat.
$4.99 from Mahar. Almost missed my first live stream. It's my B day. I was busy. Did y'all get cooked as bad as I did?
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday for one. Thank you for the
Yes, I got cooked.
Luckily, my DFS plays were absolutely unbelievable on Saturday. So I ended up having a very good night.
Love to hear it.
But as far as my reads on some fight picks and some of my other wagers, not great. Did you see my fucking 1-2-3 parlay?
Yeah.
That was so gross.
Yeah.
If Ramiz has 2 more minutes of cardio,
I know. Dude, it's sick.
It's sick. 21K.
I played too many props. I didn't touch too many money lines. I mean, Mackenzie Dern salvaged some of the night for me because she was my big bet. But I thought I read the board. I thought I knew every finish. I got a little too put the cart in front of the horse is what they say. And I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna go back to keep it simple. But happy birthday, Andy. I believe his name's Andy. So happy birthday.
All right, that's going to do it for the show. Appreciate y'all for watching. Like the video for us before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We'll be back here next week with another BigJive MMA show. Good luck this Saturday. BP, anything for the chat before we hop out of here?
Nope. Chat, amazing as always. I'm looking forward to the Saturday, boys. See you next week.
See you, boys. BigJive MMA show.